Evening, everyone. All right, Fran? You get me, lad?
Yeah, I'm getting you, Davey. Getting
Sound,
you, lad.
sound. Good, good, good. I think Jay's going to be a little bit late, just with the something's happened with his baby or something. So, fucking woke up or something. So, we'll crack on. I think, obviously, on the agenda, obviously, the preview from Saturday's game. Obviously, review, players' performances. Dyche in the blame game have put. Just how shite are we? Um, Obviously, the West Ham v Everton preview. I did put in there a care, a food fight, and a kick-off. But we'll get on to that. But we might just give that a bit of a miss, and then a bit of a general chat and a laugh. So yeah, we'll crack on. So Jay's come into it. I mean, obviously, Jay was away at the weekend. I know we watched the game, and me and you were there, Fran. So I'll start with you tonight first, and then we'll get on with what your views were on the game and what our thoughts were all round over it. Because my fucking views. I thought we were absolutely fucking dog shit. But yeah, you crack on, Fran, and then we'll progress then.
Um, it was a poor result, wasn't it? Let's have it right. um, I don't think they deserved the win, if I'm honest with you. But we've got problems in the team, and it's showing. It's showing. There's players not playing for Dyche, and there's players not pulling the weight. Full stop. And our number 9 is one of them players, unfortunately. And I'm not the biggest lover of Beto, not at all. But when he come on, he done more in the minutes that he played on Saturday than Calvert-Lewin's done in the last 2 or 3 games that he's played. I couldn't believe we lost the game. I couldn't get in my head when we were coming home. I couldn't get in my head that we did the crossbar, and from hitting the crossbar, they go down the other end and score. That's just Everton for you, isn't it? But was there any positives to come out the game? Probably not, no. Because a team like Southampton, I think they're going to go down me. And we've just been beat by them away. We should be beating them. There's no two ways about it. We should be beating that. We should be beating that football club. They're not a good team. They're not a good team at all. Leicester went there the other week. I know they went down to 10 men, Southampton. Leicester scored 3 goals and come back from 2-0 down and beat them 3-2. We should have had that game out of sight as far as I'm concerned on Saturday. I thought Mangala had a decent game. I thought Jack Harrison had a decent game when he come on. McNeil, I think he needs dropping. Mate. And I'll be honest with you now, I just don't get what he does. He's just dead lethargic. Even when he's coming over to take a corner, he's just like dead slow, and you know, it's Saturday just done my head in. Everton done my head in Saturday like they done everyone else's head in. Um, who else would I say?
Garner had a good game, mate, I thought. Garner done well, considering. But again, on the McNeil thing, that's another fucking thing. He hadn't trained all week. So, for me, he could have easily put in Jay into that 10 and then maybe put Harrison on the wing. I know Harrison come on late on, but, if he's not trained all week, clearly not at it. So why is he playing? This is the fucking thing. What I don't get with him,
And
with what Dyche does.
NJ was injured. NJ, not when he
I
started.
know he was, mate. He took that knock
Yeah,
injury, that early
but
knock, didn't
Walker
he? Yeah.
Peters done him. Walker Peters done him. And what you've got to realise is now clubs clubs are looking at Everton, and the managers or the, s- the team that analyses the games, right? And they're looking at Everton and going, he's their main threat here. So if they can do a job on him, we're technically fucked going forward. And that's just I think that's just a realistic fact that I'm saying. And Fulham done a job on him because they had Tetty and Traore. He was jammed with them too. And Walker Peters done a job on him and injured him. Now, I texted one of my mates on Saturday and said, he's injured, and he went, no, he'd be all right. He's all right there. And I could see the way he was running afterwards. Something wasn't right. And then when he come over and give that kid a shirt at the end of the game, it looked like he must have had like, because he had his tracky bottoms on, but he had like a bulge in the side of his leg. So it must have been like an ice pack on it. What's happened, right? To obviously help the muscle. But he was definitely injured. But we are going to get targeted by other teams. He's going to get targeted. But no matter what, he's one of these players that can do no wrong with the fans. And that is what it is. It's all great going and singing a song and things like that, and it's fantastic. And when he's on blob, he's on blob. But he is going to have them games where he's not going to be, he's not going to be relevant in the games because he's going to come up against top class opposition, and they're going to be better than him, or they're going to see right through him, and that's what's happened the last. Well, it's not. I wouldn't say like Kyle Walker Peters is class, but he's done a job on him, hasn't he? He's put him out. He's put him out the game.
I think the fans got him through that first half, if I'm honest with you, mate. Because when they did start singing, did you see what he was doing with the fans, and obviously shaking his head and laughing and agreeing and getting everyone going? And I think that's what spurred him on to come back on after he did take the knock. To be honest with you, but yeah, you're right. I think that he's obviously targeted now, and he's the main threat we've got, and that target's just going to keep happening week in and week out. And again, whether he'll be fit for Saturday will be another story as well, won't we? Because you don't know how bad the injury is. Or did he say he just took him off as a precaution, didn't he? I think that's what it was. But listen, from my perspective, mate, we were shite. End of. And that fucking waste of space up front in Calvert-Lewin. Don't know what he just doesn't look fucking interested in. Sorry. Doesn't look interested. And Jack said it all along. Doesn't want to open his legs up. Doesn't want to put his body in the way. And then you look at Beto, and all right, might be not as gifted as a football, as much as what Calvert Lewin allegedly is, but at least he fucking has a go. At least he puts his body in the way. At least he scares back lines because he's dead dangly and dead awkward. You know what I mean, to tackle. But him on Saturday, for me now, Dyche has got a decision to make here whether he drops him and maybe gives Beto a bit of a run. I think with Beto might just be a bit of confidence as well, and the fans getting behind him. But I don't know. I know we've said he's probably the best of what we've got in terms of Calvert-Lewin, and he probably is. But he was fucking shite, absolutely fucking shite on Saturday, and wasn't injured. And listen, and we said it all before. Other people have said it. There's 3 other teams who are worse than us in that league. Well, I'm fucking sorry. Going by fucking Saturday's performance, we're just as fucking shite as them 3.
I know, but Dave, you've also got to realise, yeah, he's a centre forward, and we're not giving him the service on Saturday either. So he isn't going to think. I'm not defending him because he was poor, but if you're not getting no service into the box, you're not gonna thrive, are you? And let's have it right
Yeah,
here.
but he wasn't coming for the ball, though, Fran,
Let's
was he?
have
Let's
it
be
right
honest.
here. Beto seemed to get service into the box. I mean, how I could be deemed harsh here, but how did Beto miss that chance? It hit him on the head. It was harder to hit the crossbar than not hit the goal. It's fucking it just baffles me. And people say, would Calvert-Lewin have scored it? Would Lukaku have scored it? Tino, I truly believe he would have. But I don't know. I just don't know what the problems is. I haven't got the answer, Dave. I don't think anyone's got the answer. Me personally, and one person that needs looking at now is the manager. And it's all right saying another manager. Are these set of players throwing the manager under the bus? Are half of the team with him, half the team aren't with him? What's going on at the football club? Me personally, after that on Saturday, that should have been like Norwich. I seen a tweet on here that someone put saying if it was his name was Rafa, he'd be gone. Fully agree with it. If it would have been Benitez or Lampard, it was gone. And I obviously want us to win on Saturday, right? But if the inevitable thing happened and we lost, that's got to be West Ham finish Lampard, West Ham finishes Dyche, and go and get a manager in the international break and then start afresh at Brentford. The problem that you've got is, as Evertonians, is this. If Dyche goes next week, just say, for instance, right, hypothetically, right, we get beat on Saturday, Dyche gets sacked. Whoever comes in has got a mountain of a job because of them fixtures in December. Because I'll tell you now, they are one hard set of fixtures in December. Man United away first, Fulham at home on the Wednesday, the Shite at home on the Saturday. Then you've got Arsenal the following Saturday, Chelsea the following Sunday, Man City Boxing Day, and Notts Forest on the 30th or whatever date, 29th, 30th. Notts Forest are flying, by the way. So don't anyone think that they're going to come to Goodison and it's going to be an easy game, because it's not. They're absolutely flying. And then we start January, Bournemouth away, and I think it's Villa, Tottenham at home, with an FA Cup game. Listen, come January, we could be lingering around the bottom three, if not in the bottom three, because them fixtures are hard and no game's gonna be easy. But you look at Everton. Once they go 1-0 down, the fans know that it's game over. The best you can hope for is a draw, because we're not coming back into games. We haven't got the goals in us to come back into games. You just feel once you go 1-0 down, it's over. It's over. People going on about this Michael Keane and Branthwaite not getting dropped and Dyche turn around and say because we haven't lost the game or something like that. I don't know, but
Me, mate, he's been shite.
he's
And he
not.
was lucky to stay on the fucking pitch on Saturday, by the way, as well, wasn't he?
Well, I've looked back at that, Dave, and I'll be honest with you. I don't even think it's a yellow card. I really don't. I don't think it's a yellow card. I've looked back on it in play in the game. Fucking hell, I thought he's gone here. He's gone. When I've looked back at it, I don't even think it was a yellow card myself, being honest. But that's probably me just being blue blinkers. Um, he's not gonna drop Tarkowski,
No,
right?
I know he's
He's not, because Tarkowski and Branthwaite formed a partnership last year, and the one that's gonna be taking out the team is Michael Keane, and that is that. There's no other way to do it. But the thing for me is, before he starts sorting the defence out, he's got to have a look at the attack and say, right, what am I going to do? Am I going to start with Dominic Calvert-Lewin, or am I going to start with Beto? Is anyone on this space know when Rose is supposed to be fit? When's he due back, or expected time frame of him being back? Because if he's worse than these two, we're in shit street going forward.
I don't think he's going to be till the end of the month, mate, because he's not even training with the team. He's with the technical staff, doing whatever he's doing, and his rehabilitation. So for me, you're probably even going to be looking into December, aren't you, before he's even back playing a game,
I don't know.
and then you've got a few weeks for him to get up to speed and get a bit of match fitness into him, or unless he plays some behind the scenes games to get him a bit of match fitness in him. But I personally don't think he's going to be ready for until maybe December at least.
Everton Football Club now, right? Everton Football Club, two best players are the probably two of the most disliked players at the football club. When I say disliked, I don't mean like that they're hated, but when they see the names on the team sheet, everyone frowns and goes mad, as if to say, what the fucking hell are them two doing playing? But unfortunately, the better players in the last couple of weeks, and even on Saturday, I don't think he had a bad game. Ashley Young, I don't think Ashley Young had a bad game on Saturday.
No.
Right, and I've seen a few people say he's fucking crap and he should never wear an Everton shirt again. Everyone's entitled to the opinion. I don't think he had a bad game on Saturday. I don't think Michael Keane had a bad game on Saturday either.
No.
You know what I mean?
I agree with you about Ashley Young, and I tell you now, mate, if there's anyone who's actually who does the art of absolute shithousery, it's Ashley Young. Because I tell you now, he was at it all fucking game on Saturday. I was watching him and fucking giving it out to their players and everything. It was great to see. Because how many times we that's the one thing we lack sometimes is absolute shithousery on the pitch, and he fucking gives it out in fucking absolute fucking droves, and he played well. I thought Mikalenko was a bit again. He defends well, but going forward, his fucking final ball's absolutely fucking turd. But McNeil on Saturday again, like you said earlier, there's something. I'd drop him. I agree with you. I think he's got to be dropped because what does he bring to the team?
You know what? You know what though? Do you know what? Do you know when they did score Southampton? Uh, I mean, you look at the team, right, and it's littered with relegated players from other teams, right? And you go like that to yourself, what the fucking hell are we watching here? You know, you ask yourself why you come and watch this football club because it's in you and you love them and things like that. But sometimes they don't deserve the fans that are there for the effort that they put in and things like that. You'll have players that'll run around for 90 minutes or jog around for 90 minutes and won't even come over and applaud the fans for travelling down and things like that. But also the fans get a little bit angry and hot-headed because at the end of the day, they just want to see a bit of effort. But on Saturday, I'll be honest, Dave, I still think now we were the better team, but we just couldn't score. And Southampton have took the chance and won 1-0 and they've got 3 points back on us. Are they higher on us now, are they? Or I don't even know where we are in the league. 16th, are we?
I
Where are
think
they?
they're still below us, mate. I think listen, when he brought Harrison on and obviously Beto, I thought Harrison done all right in the middle. I really did. He linked up well with Beto, and you could probably say maybe that was where he was getting his service from. Beto, like, I mean, let's be honest with you, how the fuck that was a yellow when he was clearly clean through? It was a fucking disgrace because
Yeah,
that was a
I
red,
thought the
wasn't it? It was a
referee had
red.
a terrible game. I thought the
He
referee
did,
had a
yeah.
terrible, had an absolute terrible game. There was times where we should have got a free kick and we never. There was probably times when Southampton should have got a free kick and they never. If you look at
Yeah.
the game fairly, the referee had a stinker. But
Yeah.
these officials, no one's questioning them, are they? No one seems to be questioning them and saying, why is this happening? Why is that happening? Fuck all. Nothing's happening with them. They're just getting away with murder.
It's the lack of accountability in it, and the thing is if you do question them, you're then fined for fucking speaking out against them, and it's wrong because there's they've got that much of an impact on the game nowadays. It just affects everyone, doesn't it? It affects the players. Clearly, does affect the players. It's got to, hasn't it? You know what I mean? But it was shocking, and you was watching Dyche a few times again, waving his fucking arms up in the air on when there was clearly decisions that were given against us, and we were all up in arms again. And we obviously he's seen it on the pitch, but yeah, the referee was fucking an absolute fucking joke. To be quite
Do
honest
you
with
know
you,
what?
just
Like,
the whole.
I'll ask you the question now, right? And then you can move on to Jamie. But, if Dice did go, who would you want as his replacement? There is a few names.
Yeah.
There is a few names out there that are getting circulated and things like that. I mean, who would you want as the next Everton manager?
Do you know what, mate? It's a tough one, isn't it? Because for the time being, as you've already alluded to there, them fixtures that we've got coming up, you're gonna want someone who can steady ship for the start and maybe just make us a little bit tougher behind. I mean, listen,
Don't say Moyes,
Wolverhampton.
Dave. Don't say
No,
Moyes.
no, no, no. No, I wasn't going to say Moyes because Moyes wouldn't come any. There's no way you get Moyes to just come in till the end of the season because he want to be staying long term anyway. So that move's not going to happen at all. So for me, I don't know. If I'm honest with you, genuinely, Fran, I don't really know. I mean, people talk about fucking Mourinho and people like that. At the moment, that's not going to happen either. And this is the thing what I said last week about about managers, good managers making tough decisions and changing a game. You know, even at half time. You know, like we said against Fulham. You know, when you could see Decore was absolutely fucking sad, but then he doesn't make a decision till fucking the 80th minute to try and change the game. So it's a tough one, and it makes. Who would you say? Because if I'm honest with you, I don't really know. I think Dyche is fairly safe till May, if I'm honest with you. But then again, that's going to depend. I think it will depend on Saturday's game. We've got to get something out of that match on Saturday, haven't
Well,
we?
well, listen, like you've got to look at it this way, right? The prime objective this season is just to get us into Bramley Moore as a Premier League club, and then get a new manager. But are we going to stay with Dyche till the end of the year and hope that happens? Are we going to change manager beforehand? You know, people are saying go and get Graham Potter. Me personally, Graham Potter wouldn't last the month of December, because if them results don't go our way, or a couple of them don't go our way in December, because they are hard games in December. There's no two ways about it. They are hard games. City away, Liverpool at home, Arsenal away, Chelsea at home. I'm telling you now, any manager that comes in is going to be under pressure, unless, like, you know, the fans turn around and go, you know, you can bypass December because of the fixtures. But no fan's going to do that. No fan's just
No.
going to say, I'll bypass them fixtures because it's a new manager. You've got to give them time
Yeah.
to dingo. You have got to give the manager time to bed in and work with players, and then you've also got to give a manager a couple of transfer windows to put his stamp of approval on it and authority on it. Me personally, you've got to be looking at a young up and coming manager from Europe or somewhere like that, and just go and take a chance on someone
Do you
possibly
think?
that we don't know, like the
Yeah.
Bournemouth manager. He was someone that we don't know. Someone put in a group chat that I'm in today. The Bournemouth manager, what's his name? I don't even know his name. Can't even say his name. But I know I can picture him, but I can't say his name. Um, you know, no one heard of him. No one heard of him, and he got him, and he seems to be doing well. Um, you know, look what he done. Look what he's doing at Tottenham now. Whatever his name is,
I
seems to,
suppose the
yeah,
regular, yeah.
he
Yeah.
seems to be doing well. But you know, you're not going to go and get Brendan Rodgers because of the Liverpool effect from Celtic.
Mm.
We've got to get some. There's got to be someone out there that can take this club better than what we've been doing in the last couple of seasons. Because
Mm.
it's fucking dire football, isn't it? I mean,
I think
let's.
I think I think the worry, Fran, is I think those games over that Christmas period are going to define our season. You know,
Well, yeah, there's no two ways
aren't
about
they?
it that they're gonna define the season, because you know you're looking at January going in. You know, everyone loves the FA Cup. It's a prestige trophy. Everyone loves the FA Cup. But you know yourself, if you're going to be in a relegation fight, you don't want to be fucking. You don't want to be risking yourselves in the FA Cup. You've got to concentrate league survival first. If you're down that end of the league, you know, you just do. The likes of, I know, City and Liverpool and Arsenal will want to go for the FA Cup and the league and the double and things like that. But you know, if they had to prioritise the FA Cup for a league title, it's the league title all day, and our league survival is more important than any cup right now. It,
Yeah,
it, it
I
just
agree
is.
with that.
And
Yeah,
and and the stability of the football club. We've got to get into Bramley Moore as a Premier League club, which I think, and on the art, I think we will do with ease. I don't think we'll struggle at all. But it's not good what we're watching at the moment. And
no,
the manager is accountable for it. He picks the team. No one's, everyone's saying sack him and things like that. He's got to have some sort of answers. He's got to, like, you know, he's going to be the manager for Saturday. Right? Now, if we win Saturday, does that give him another couple of weeks then till Brentford or what? Or is he just not for this football club? You know, what is it? Because
yeah,
if we'd have won on Saturday, we wouldn't have been talking about Dice getting sacked, would we?
no. Should we get Jay in? On Jay. Listen, everyone waiting to come in. You can come in, mate, but you're gonna have to wait for a bit. While we just do our first little review of the game and stuff. So you'll have to hang fire. Don't think we're ignoring you. Right, Jay?
All right, boys, you okay?
Yeah, that was Mickey Mouse at the weekend. Did you
Uh,
say hello? Did he say all cop-outs are gobshites?
There's a picture going out there, Walt Disney had the hat on and everything, so I'll get it on there later. But no, it was good Disneyland Paris, yeah. Kids had the ball, tired, like. But so I caught the game while I was over there. Bit different when you're watching on the telly, you know, when you see some of the things and you can hear guys roaring that lynching.
There's a few coming for you on air, mate, over Calvert-Lewin. So come on, give us your fucking view on
listen, I'll eat me fucking, I'll eat me out of you. I've always praised Calvert-Lewin and given him the benefit of the doubt, but mate, he needs to be dropped now. He's absolutely shocking. Last couple of games, yeah. I mean, Saturday's game, as Fran said, go back to the service time and thing. I didn't see anything from him. He just didn't work hard enough. And I'm listening, I've called Beto like everyone else has, but he did look a bit more better. He had the defenders up the wall a little bit more. I know you touched on the red card. For me, it's a red card. I think if it's a top four side, you're getting a red card. Don't forget the disallowed goal. I think they said if there was a different VAR, if there were different officials on VAR, they might have given it. I don't know how that would have worked. But they obviously.
But the thing about that, mate, that just shows you how shit the consistency is within the Premier League, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If the people are coming out and saying that a different VAR team might well give that, the sooner they bring in automatic VAR into the game, the better. Because we're relying on two separate, different types of people who are looking at that, and then one says maybe and the other one says no. Then there's something fucking wrong, isn't there?
I think what's baffling me more than anything, Dave, is when you watch the linesman, he's actually looking at that like he's so close to him. I'd understand if it was the other side, but he's looking along that line, and he doesn't give anything. You know, and even because obviously you watched it on the telly, if anyone else watched it on the telly, you did see the Southampton bench like that. Fucking hell, he's on side, and he looked like they were devastated. And then obviously they disallowed it to say it was offside. I just don't agree. I don't agree with that. I think it was harsh. I think it should have been onside. And as Fran said, then we probably wouldn't be talking about probably the point. You probably would have been happy with the point in the end, but we were the better team in little stages. And I keep saying this over and over again. If we have a goal scorer a player who can score goals up top, we win that game comfortable. And I agree with Fran, that chance for Beto, all right, he did do well, but surely he's got to put that in. You know, I've seen kids score easier chances than that. Fran would probably say the same as well. But he did do better than Lewin. But listen, was it hard to do better than Lewin when he come on? Because Lewin was absolutely shite all game, wasn't he? And one thing I did notice, Dave, in the match when I was listening to, you could hear Dyche in the first half screaming at Lindstrom to go at the man, go at him, go at him. You could hear him screaming at him, you know, in his husky voice. Like, because maybe that's what he needs sometimes, Lindstrom, to tell him to go past the man, because he has got the pace to do it, to beat him. Where do we go from here? That's what you're talking about then over the managers. For me, he has to stay in charge because it's too much of a risk to bring someone in now the way we are. You know, we go into them days, them games in December. Are we expected to get any points? We're probably going to go in with that kind of attitude, thinking, "Oh, a point will do. Imagine a draw there, or imagine beating them." But you know, under Dyche, he always seems to find to do well against like Liverpool at home. Like how we beat them at Goodison. Do you know what I mean? He always seems to find little ways of getting us over the line with the point. And I do agree with Fran. I do think that we do have a we do think we'll be all right and we'll probably stay up. And I do agree with what you said, Dave, over the teams around us. We go on about the teams as shit, but we're in that bracket at the minute. And I think going forward now, as you just said, if we win on Saturday, does that keep Dyche in the job? Listen, Dyche is going nowhere. He's staying till the end of his contract, I think, or whatever it might be. These owners will come in because if someone comes in now and sacks him, it's going to be very, very difficult for Everton Football Club to stay up.
Yeah.
I've just had one of Jamie's fucking. I've just had a message here, but I have right. So, one of the lads, his name's Jamie as well. He just said, couple of suggestions. Why do you think saying get to Bramley more will be will be good? nothing will change. Right, that's one. Like, his point of view. Two, DCL is shit. Beto needs to start 100%. Never had a good run. And three, we need to stop saying relegation this, relegation that. 4 seasons, we should be in the top half. Allardyce got us to 8th with a worse team. Like, fair comments, like, to be fair.
I don't think the team is worse. I think this is the worst team that we've ever had.
No.
I do.
No,
I
I
think.
don't.
But listen,
You're joking, Jamie.
I really think people have Richarlison, Fran. Richarlison was under Allardyce, wasn't he?
Jamie, yeah, is Allardyce, right? Is Allardyce. Pickford, John Joe Kenny, Mason Allgate, Ashley Williams, Ashley fucking Williams, right? Cuco Martinez, Tom Davis, Idrissa Gana Gay, Wayne Rooney, Gylfi Sigurdsson, Aaron Lennon, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. That was against Huddersfield Town at home, right? And he got us to 8 with that squad. That you're not telling me that you're not telling me that squad is better than the one that we've got now, Jamie.
No, I wouldn't. I'd say there's a few players that are probably coming on our team, like Gylfi Sigurdsson, Rooney. You know what I mean? The big players, aren't they, to have in the team? The big characters. You know what I mean? They score goals. I think under this team, yeah, Dyche has got no players who put the ball in the back of the net. Rooney scored goals. Sigurdsson scored goals. Even the midfielders there you talk about. Was it at the time? Was Davis playing all right at the time, Fran, when he first come on the scene?
No, well, listen, lads, right? You've got to look at it this way, right? As Evertonians, right, we all sit in the stands, right, and start thinking things, going, oh, yeah, fucking hell. Right, Tom Davis got an absolute fucking birthday because he done a back heel against fucking, a back heel turn against Man City and went on a run and scored, or Lukaku robbed the goal off him. And our fans were all thinking, oh, he's the next best thing since sliced bread. Turned out to be shite. But yet again, another scapegoat, right? Like a Michael Keane, another scapegoat. Everything was his fault. Another thing, his name would be on the team sheet. What the fuck's he playing for? Why is he playing? It's the same with Michael Keane all the time. Ashley Young, because they're playing. Because we've got no one better out there that can come in and take over. And I'll tell you the reasons why. I went to Accrington on Tuesday night. I took Luca up there, right? We got beat 2-1, right? There was one lad on the pitch that is worthy of his place in the squad, right? I'm not going to say at this present moment in time he's going to start before the likes of Garner Gay and Tim Imabu and whatever his name is, and Mangala. But it was Addison Armstrong and the rest of them. Let me just tell you this. They're a country mile away from being in the squad. Roman Dixon is shite. He's fast. Very fast. But he's not good. And I'm telling you now, that kid will make money in League One or League Two. He will not be a Premier League footballer. And I'm not having a go at him. But we've got no one coming through apart from him. That number 47, the coloured kid up front, Benny or something like that. He's another one. Looked fast. But everyone got an hard on last week because he scored 2 against Liverpool. Great, he scored 2 against Liverpool. Absolutely fantastic. What do you want us to do? Get a flag out in the Gladys Street on fucking Brentford game with his name on because he scored 2 in the under-21s against Liverpool. Mate, he's got pace. He's not going to challenge Calvert-Lewin or even Beto for the starting lineup in that team. They're not. It's just madness. We've got no one coming through, so we've got a job to do with the players that we've got there, unless we've got money to spend in January. And that's, but listen, I'm no expert. I'm just seeing from what I seen on Tuesday. I was thinking, fucking hell, none of these are coming anywhere near the first team squad apart from him. And he's been in the squad. He played against Southampton, and he's had a couple of appearances, hasn't he? Substitute appearances. But apart from that, the rest of them, mate, they may as well just go and fucking, I don't know, get on Sefton and get on the Ubers. Because the robbing of living as a footballers, the fucking shite. The fucking absolutely crap.
I've obviously I've put in there on the on the agenda and stuff, and obviously put Dyche in the blame game, and obviously who is to blame for the
It's
way we
him.
have been.
It's him.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
him. He picks
yeah,
the team, Dave. You can't
yeah.
blame Kevin Telwell. You can't blame You can't blame Bill Kenwright. So you can put all your flags away, Dave, and don't march around the grounds. You can't blame him because he's dead and gone, right? You can't blame the new owners because they're not here yet. You can't blame Micheri because he's gone. You blame Dyche. He picks the team. He picks that team.
Yeah,
There's
you're
there's,
right,
pl-
mate.
there's players playing in that fucking team that aren't pulling the weight because they're his mate or he trusts them because they've been at Burnley with him and things like that. And the only one at this present moment in time that's shining for him with his Burnley connection is Michael Keane. And that whether you like it or you don't like it, everyone listening, but it's true. He's the only one that's pulling his weight. Dwight McNeil, yes, Sandy done a magnificent turn against Ipswich and put it on a play for Michael Keane to score the goal. Sound. What else has he done? What else has he done? Apart from score 2 goals against Palace, what else has he done? He goes
He's not
non-existent in
consistent
games.
enough, is he? Yeah, he's just not consistency, is he?
All he wants to do is fucking run over, rub his big chopper, and get all the birds wet in the stands like that because they're all going, look at his chopper sticking through his shorts and all that. Yeah, great, he's got a big chopper. I'm not asked whether he's got a big chopper or a little chopper. Score a goal for Everton, get a cross into Calvert-Lewin, let him work the defender, let him fucking score a goal, for fuck's sake. That's what you're paid to do, mate. You're not fucking paid to just swan round the football pitch in lackadaisic time and all that. Go and do your fucking cookery book skills with fucking Still Ryan. For fuck's sake, just fucking score a goal or fucking get the ball over and get past the man. And I can get past the man. He can't. He can't get past fucking no one.
Do you think it's time he comes out the team?
Yeah, I do, Dave. Yeah, I
Yeah.
do. I'll tell you another player on Saturday, right? That everyone's called shit, including myself, and that was at the Doncaster game, right? I thought he looks fucking terrible. No, on Saturday, probably one of our better players, Jesper Lindstrom. Thought he was one of our better players on
Yeah.
Saturday.
I'd agree with it. I thought he played half decent, to be fair. I really did.
Everyone
Yeah.
goes on about the goalie, things like that. What do you want him to do? What do you want him to do? I've heard people on here, including yourself, Dave, Jack, whatever. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. I'm telling you now, you may as well just say, shut the doors, Bramley Moore, put a crane right through it, bang, knock it down, and let it go and sail down the Mersey.
Mate, even on Saturday, even as fucking poor as we were, and I was watching that fucking Pope. Is it Pope? Who's it? The other
Ramsdale.
end. Sorry, and they're all fucking singing fucking England's number one. He was fucking absolutely fucking woeful. Their goalie on Saturday
Well, he
was
made a few good
woeful.
saves.
Yeah, but again, we didn't test him enough, did we? I don't think we did
Well,
anyway.
he made a good save from Mangala. He made a good save from Michael Keane at the back post, even though the referee gave a fucking foul. And he was in no man's land, was he, for fucking Beto's
Yeah,
measure? Let, let,
yeah, but he,
let's have it
yeah.
right.
Yeah, I mean, listen, not just for us. I just think that, like you say, I think the blame has got to start laying at Dyche's feet now. I think we've gone on long enough in terms of over the last few months defending him and defending him and defending him. And yeah, the shit we have got on the bench, are they going to turn the game around? Probably not, because we haven't got quality on the bench anyway. I thought, I've seen someone there saying Decore should come back into the team on Saturday. Fucking not a chance. That Mangala, mate, played well. Again, he didn't do too bad on Saturday, Mangala. I thought he's a lot better than fucking Decore, let's put it that way. But I think, like you, I think you've said it, Fran. I think does another manager get something better out of this team, and I think they probably would. But I think
Listen. What you're gonna get is right, and you've just seen it at United. They've got a bit of a manager bounce. They've got rid of Eric Ten Hag. They've wanted rid of him. Our fan base now want rid of Dyche. They just do. They just don't want him there. You know, you've got everyone on this app saying, "Is it time for him to go?" Yeah, it is. In my eyes, yeah, it is time for him to go. Are we going to sack him? I don't know. If we get beat on Saturday, is it going to be we come home and on the Sunday morning we get a thing on Sky Sports News, Everton have released Sean Dyche of his duties? Are we waiting for these new owners to come in? Are we going to stick with him till we get into Bramley more? No one's got the answers, only the new owners. The new owners. Now, the new owners now are apparently looking at Lampard for the new Roma job. That is a massive worry because he couldn't do it at Everton and they're looking at him to take Roma. Fucking hell. I just think, what have we got here? Are we going out the fucking frying pan into the fire with these new owners? I fucking certainly hope not. But it doesn't look fucking good, does it, when they're going after managers like Frank Lampard? Fucking hell, his record at Everton wasn't the best.
he's on about putting him on the bench, aren't they? I don't think he's on about going in there as manager. I think they're on about putting him in there as somewhere on the bench itself, isn't
No, I
it?
don't know. I thought it was manager. My mistake then.
No, I don't think so, mate. I don't think they're looking at him as manager. Go on,
Dave,
Jay. What?
just on the situation then with Dyche. Obviously, we're talking about Dyche picking the team. On that team then from Saturday, what would you have done differently, Dave? That for come to you before Fran. What would you have done differently that he did do from the start?
I mean, you mean changing it right from the
Yeah,
off? You mean?
I mean, people moaning hard that you should have played Bramley, should have played Rob Keane. I mean, what would you have done? You're Sean Dyche now. What would you have done differently with that starting
I've said
lineup?
it for weeks, mate. But he won't do it. I'd drop Tarkovsky, personally speaking. Do you know
Okay.
what I mean?
Do you think?
People were saying, "Hey, why wasn't Branthwaite starting on Saturday?" Well, clearly because, and like Fran's already alluded to, out of all the fucking the players that he's had, who's got that Burnley connection, he's the only fucking one at the moment. But I've doing an half decent job.
See,
Tarkovsky's carrying an injury, so for me, if he's carrying an injury and he needs an operation of some description, so Marin, then why is he playing him? Why isn't he showing go and get the work done? You've got another. I know. Fran said he ain't good enough, but you've got another centre half there. At some point, he's gonna get games. Maybe that might be next year when Bradway goes. We never know. But you've still got cover. Why is he fucking sticking with? Why is he sticking with a fucking player who's carrying an injury? And for me, is not really being our best player. And yet you can say, well, him and Branthwaite had a thing going last year, and he probably did. But he's not been on it this season.
do you
And
think
like
that?
you've already, as Fran's already,
Yeah.
again, as Fran said before about the fans having a go at the likes of fucking Keane. Keane's been one of our best fucking defenders. Don't care what you fucking say.
Do you think though, Dave, as well though, if that change would have been made, the result would have been different? I'm just trying to like see people's point of view where they're saying like, what would you have done different today? So if that change would have been made, would we still wouldn't lost the game? Do you think?
Um, I don't know, mate. Listen, at the end of the day, it's as much as the fact that Dyche picks the team. Once they cross that line, it's as much down to the players as it is down to Dyche and how he sets them up. And then players at the moment. I don't think they look interested. Calvert Lewin definitely doesn't look interested. Um, doesn't put himself about enough. Doesn't come deep enough for the ball. Just fucking runs around and heads the ball. And we can all talk about stats and he wins this and he wins that. Yeah, he might do, but the ball's not going to anyone. He doesn't create anything for himself. Doesn't come for the ball. Doesn't look for the ball. Um, he just didn't look interested. And in terms of changing it, again, what you do is you put Garner, you bring James Garner on. I thought Mangala and Garner done okay in the midfield, done okay, but I just thought they were all lethargic. There was no pace in the game. That was the thing. There was no pace, and they weren't that fucking good either. That was just two poor sides. We got back on, everyone. We were all digesting it when we got back on the coach on Saturday night and with Fran and whatever. We were all digesting it. We weren't. They were just as shit as us, by the way. They were just as shit as us. And all this fucking bollocks about there's 3 worse fucking teams than us. There might well be, but I go by Saturday's performance. We're just as shite.
What do you think, Sam? What would you have done different to what Dyche did with the starting lineup?
Well, are you aiming this at Brandwaite and
No, the
Beto?
same as you've got the same squad there. You're
Well, I
Sean
think
Dyche
I
on.
think I think he was right, 100% right from the Fulham game to drop Jack Harrison because he was absolutely piss poor against Fulham. And when you've got your goalkeeper screaming at the bench every time he done something wrong, it tells you big things because the players should be sticking together. But he was fucking shouting at his bird in the box, Pickford, as if to say, he's fucking shit, this cunt. Why is he still on the pitch? Like, he is a little bit round the bend. All goalkeepers are, right? There's no two ways about it. But he was right there. Was he right in not starting Jared Brandmate on Saturday? Yeah, I think he was wrong not to start Jared Brandmate. But I would have on the past couple of performances, I would have started Jared Brandmate with Michael Keane, but that's not going to happen because when Jared Brandmate comes back into this squad, it's going to be with Tarkowski because of the partnership that they had last season. You've got to remember we had one of the better defensive records with them last season. You've got to remember that, everyone. We had one of the best defensive records in the league, with Brandwaite and Tarkowski. Now, Tarkowski might be itching for Brandwaite to get back because they have a better understanding than what he does with Keane. But at the present moment in time, Michael Keane's looking like he's the fucking second choice defender before Tarkowski is. And as for the other fella up front, it's a tricky one. I'll tell you why it's a tricky one for me, and this is just my opinion. If he starts Beto on Saturday and Beto doesn't score and Beto's absolutely shite, half of this apple turn round and go, why don't you just stick with Calvert-Lewin? He's only craving a goal and things like that. And then once one comes, they'll all come. Like I've said, right? On Saturday's performance, Beto deserves to start, right? But I honestly believe in my own head, and I say this all the time to myself, right? Beto doesn't know what he's doing. Beto doesn't know what he's doing. He does something, and it comes off, and it looks good, but he hasn't got a clue how it's happened himself. He's fucking pony. But he's fucking showing more. He's showing more. What's the word I'm looking for? More desire in the team than what Calvert Lewin is, and that's the problem. And us as Evertonians, you know what? You know what the famous thing is. You'd rather have a worker there than someone that'll pop up with a goal now and again. That'll just be fucking shit all game. You'd rather someone work hard. If they work hard, the fans get behind them. And unfortunately, Calvert-Lewin's not doing that, and Beto is. So for me, Saturday, Beto starts, and I'm not his biggest fan. I'll be honest with you, I'm not. But he starts over Calvert-Lewin for me, 100%. And
Do
in
you
the
know?
in the midfield, what I want to know is as well, where's Tim gone? Where's Tim gone?
He's injured, mate.
Oh,
He's
is he?
injured.
Is he?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah,
okay,
yeah,
sounds. Another one,
yeah.
Billy from the Love Lounge there has just commented, Ashley fucking Young. So he's he said if Coleman's fit, Coleman starts. I fully agree with that. But does Ashley Young go to the left back then? Because he's been better than Michalenko. So does that force Michalenko back onto the bench? Or do we stick with Michalenko who's not pulling, not doing great shapes? There's so many people in that fucking team that aren't doing it at the moment. And there's so many questions to ask, but no one's got the answers. And that's the problem. No one's got the fucking answers.
Just think as well, like when you look at Dyche, like before the Southampton game, if he would have went with two up top, like just NJ and I'm saying Lewin together as a two, which he hasn't really done before. I think he always play. I think Jack always says about the midfield to get overrun. But to be fair, Mangala and Garnagay have got quite good legs across that middle in the centre. But do you think he could go 4-4-2 at West Ham?
You're asking me?
Yeah, you and Dave.
I don't think he'll go 4-4-2 at West Ham. No.
But do you know, like the Southampton game there? Then when you look at the Fulham game, where it was the last few minutes of the game or whatever it was, and he put Keane up front with Beto. Do you think that we look better with two there together? I know we were trying to get the equaliser, but I thought that we looked better with the two.
Okay then, right. Well, on the flip side then, who's coming out the team for Beto to go 4-4-2? Because you're not dropping in Dyche if he's fit, and on Saturday's performance, you're not dropping Lindstrom. So Addison's back on the bench. So you're taking Dwight McNeil out the team. Because that'd work.
Yeah.
That would work for me. Because he hasn't been pulling it, but it wouldn't work for Dyche. It wouldn't work for Dyche because I'm telling you now, he's one of Dyche's love boys. The Burnley connection. He can't do no wrong, that kid. He can't do no wrong. He'd burn the cookies with Still Ryan, and Michael Keane would get the blame.
You're right. What do you think, Dave, over that? The two up front shout.
I think on Saturday, he had to do what he had to do to change it around to get a goal. If I'm honest with you, mate, whether he decides to go that way, I don't think he will. I don't think he's got the fucking bollocks to be quite honest with you.
Do you
If I'm
think,
honest,
Dave, at half time in that game against Southampton, he could have looked at that and said, you know what, I'm going to go two up top, throw Lewin, Beto up front with Lewin. You know, like to give them more of a. I don't know what he might take McNeil off as we're talking about before, but he didn't. Now that's the thing as a manager. What I don't like about Dyche, he doesn't know how to win the game. And we talked about it last week, weren't we? About Mourinho. Not saying he's not the only
yeah.
manager out there, but these managers, they know how to win games. You look at him across the parks a lot. He knows how to win games. You know, Klopp did. You look at other managers, big name managers out there. We look at Dyche.
They make the big decisions at the
Yeah,
right time, don't
and
they?
then and this is the thing. I think Jack always says, well, he hasn't got the players and he hasn't does this. But the thing for me is, he had to change that to try and win the game. How many games of this season where he's tried to change something and it's never gone right, Dave? There's never. I mean, last week when he put Keane up front when we got the points against Fulham, I don't see. I don't see why he doesn't just take a chance and gamble with the two up front. That game was there to be won on Saturday, and we lost it because he didn't make the right decisions for me. Listen, Harrison's chance, Dave, as well. We haven't talked about that. If he puts that in, you know what I mean? I think he tries to control that, Dave, doesn't he?
Yeah, come at him, didn't it? Too quick. Listen. Is it the fact that well, like I say, I just go back to the fact that he had to change it around in that second half once they scored to try and get a goal back. Do you know what I mean? And very nearly did. And like we say, the VAR decision that wasn't given was an absolute fucking piss take. I mean,
Yeah.
4 fucking minutes. Come on, really?
It's
Is it
things,
taking that long now to make decisions?
things as well, Dave, though, when you look at the kind of structure that Dice does, everything's like for like. You know, he brings Lewin off for Beto. He brings Addison off. I don't was it Lindstrom? I don't know. He put him behind or in Jay, was it whatever it was. But he never takes a risk and goes like two up top or puts. You know what I mean? He's always doing like for like changes. I'd like him to go out of his comfort zone a bit, Dice. Now I don't know if it's in training. They just do the basic stuff. You know, they know the positions, they know this, and they're stuck in the ways. There's no plan B with them ever.
You don't do anything in the training.
What you say, mate?
I don't think they do anything in the training.
Well, I sometimes wonder what he does actually fucking do with them in the week. I really do.
Fingers them.
Who's let all these dickheads in?
I haven't let them in.
I
Jamie?
haven't either.
Must
I
have been
haven't.
Jack then.
Jack's on one tonight, isn't he? All right, Jack. Is he listening? No. I wonder what he's doing with them in the week. If I'm honest with you, mate, I really do. I sometimes sometimes scratch my head and think, these are professional footballers, all paid a lot of dough, and and then he sends that out, and you just think to yourself, come the weekend, we're just not the team that should be at it, are we?
I know. I think that then, Dave, someone's actually when that wasn't Jack. That
Wasn't it?
No, I think Fran. Did you see that? Then it was someone else, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah. So whoever you let in, then Dave.
I didn't let anyone in, mate.
No, Jack. I mean, it wasn't
You
Jack.
must have let Jack in.
No, I didn't let anyone in.
You must have done because you give him co-host.
Oh, sorry, Jack. Yeah, I thought it was Jack. So it wasn't. Sorry, yeah, because I thought it was Jack, but it wasn't.
Tell you
It
what, mate.
was.
Hey, isn't it fucking sad? Someone's made a profile of Jack to get in the space. Fucking hell.
Fucking pathetic.
I wish someone would make a fucking profile of fucking Sean Dyche and get into Finch Farm tomorrow.
Yeah. So what else have you got to say?
You
there
wouldn't
for
be able
Everton,
to do
mate?
it, Dave, with your fucking cowcakes.
I just think we're struggling as a team as a whole. I don't think he has any sort of clue of what his best 11 is. I really don't. I think obviously Dyche picks the team, but I also think Kevin Thelwell does have a big say in the matter as well, because it goes straight from the first team all the way back to the under-21s, and they're playing the same shit with the same type of teams, and they all look the same and they all look shit. And that'll be our formations, and our young players coming through are playing in the same shit formation. And I don't think that they're getting the chance to get into the first team because Dyche picks his barely fucking buddies, doesn't he?
Aye, mate. I don't know your name. What's your name?
Brian.
Brian. Right, but I've just got to be honest with you now. I don't know whether you were at Atkinson on Tuesday or you watched the game, but can you honestly tell me who in that under-21 squad is going to challenge for a place in this football club now, apart from Harrison Armstrong?
No, I can't. You can't, to be fair. But is that because we play the same fucking boring shit football all the way through the whole squad, and then those players just don't suit it, and they're not getting a chance to get into the first team because they know they're not going to get into the first team. They're just going to get fucking loaned out.
I'll just be honest. I don't think there's anyone in that under-21s that's coming through. That's going to be like, back in the day, you've had players come through the under-21s. You've had your obviously your Rooney's come through. You've had your Barclays come through. You've had your Jack Rodwell come up. Tom Davis come through. John Joe Kenny's come up and thing up. But even this under-21 squad now, let me tell you now, they're still fucking behind them, and that's the problem. I mean, there's a lad left back for Everton, Samuel Smith. He's shit. He's shit. Oh, he's fucking crap. Right, his brother got to move to Chelsea for £4 million. Right, I'm telling you now, he's not going to challenge Michalenko while Michalenko's got a hole in his ass. He's not going
But
to
do you
challenge.
think?
He's not going to challenge him. And this isn't down to Dyche or Thelwell. This is down to the academy, because they're the
Oh
ones
yeah,
that are bringing them through. Now
I agree. But you've got to also point out that no, we're not attractive to any young lads anymore. We're not. We're a bottom of the table team, and we're just not. We're playing poor football. And who wants to come and work on the Dyche?
well, we've always been big payers, haven't we? So you know what I mean, Bryce. So if the money's there, you're going to get people that'll play under Dyche. You're going to get. They've always been good payers, Everton.
Yeah, they have. But I think, unfortunately, there are better options than Everton now. We used to be one of the best academies in the country by quite convincingly. You know what I mean? But now, I don't think the players, the young lads coming through now, their first contracts that they're signing aren't going to be for Everton. They're going to be for even Fulham, Brighton, teams like that, because they've got academy that works and is bringing players through.
Do you know? Do you
And
know?
we
Do
don't.
you know who ruins our academy, Brian?
Go on.
Denise Barrett-Baxendale.
Well, that says it all, doesn't it? Really.
Like she ruined our academy because she got rid of the main fella in there that would do anything for this football club and got rid of him. Absolutely dogged him to fuck while she was getting bent over by David Unsworth. All she was interested in was Unsworth's cock. That was it. Yeah, she was an absolute fucking trollop. That she was one of the worst things that happened to our football club. Now she's known as a Baroness, isn't she? Baroness fucking Denise Barrett-Baxendale. Fucking big cumbucket at Finch Farm, that's all she was. Fucked our academy right up. Fucked our
But
academy right up, Brian, honest to God, mate.
do you think, who do you think really, in your heart of hearts, starts that any of that? Name me 3 players in your heart of hearts that should start for Everton this week. Should. If you can name half a dozen, I'll give you the fucking a buyer a pint because they should.
Okay.
They shouldn't.
Okay, well, I'll name who I think should, right?
Not
I
from should, not out of our squad. Are they
Yeah,
worthy of playing for Everton?
okay. Well, I don't think many of them are worthy of playing for Everton at the moment.
Exactly.
But the ones that are going to start, that are 100% going to start, is Jordan Pickford,
Yeah.
James Tarkowski,
Yeah.
Jared Brantwaite. Right, he starts all day long. He should be the first name on the team sheet for me. But listen, there's either a problem with Dyche and Brantwaite, or it's the medical staff saying don't rush him back. You know, ease him in, bring him off the bench. You know, the medical staff have got a lot of say in players coming back with the rehabilitation, and they might be saying, listen, ease him in, because I'll be honest. On Tuesday, I thought I would have seen a couple of first teamers in that under-21 squad just for game time. Never seen one. Never seen one.
Well,
Apart from Allison, who's been in the squad. That was it.
Branthwaite should have come on even for the last 10 minutes last week, even if it was 10 minutes.
Against Fulham.
Yeah.
He did.
No, how long did he play though? Well,
I don't know how long he played, but he did come on against Fulham, didn't
yeah.
he? Sure he did.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
But I just think, as you know, Dyche, when he says players injured, they're injured for fucking 3 months, whether they've got a fucking broken toenail or a fucking broken arm. You know what I mean? It's the 3 months out. I just don't understand why it takes so long to get them back to fitness.
I haven't got an answer to that. Like, I'll be honest.
Do you know one of the things that I've said before is about the conditioning of the players, and players getting injured in training or picking up a knock during the training and stuff. And sometimes you've got a question about the conditioning of these players and what's going on at Finch Farm, because players are getting injured in training. It shouldn't be happening, should it? Conditioning of the players has got to be
Well,
right.
they must be going
And
in
I
full
think,
contact in training and not in the actual games. That's all I can think of.
yeah, I don't know, mate. It's really frustrating, and I think what really frustrates all the fans is obviously seeing the way Dyche is on the touchline, and his lack of any real decision making at the right time. Do you know what I mean? And taking too long to do it. That's the fucking worry for me. It just gets on my nerves because you watch him. You watch him. I watch him every week on the touchline, and he's up and down. He's up and down. He's talking to his backroom staff, and I think to myself, what are you fucking talking about? What game are you watching? Because he watches. I think sometimes he watches it completely. Well, he obviously watches it in a different way to what we see. But we all sit there as fans and think to ourselves, "Come on, he's got to make a decision now. He's got to make a change here." You know, like the Corey last week. The Corey should have come off at half time, but he didn't. He left him on. You know, and he keeps making these decisions and making the wrong decisions at the wrong time.
So it's big manager change then, Dave, isn't it? Big managers know how to improve, make the change, make the team what they are.
Yeah. So who do you go for?
That's what I've just been talking about before. I think it's a difficult one because for me, as much as I want him to go and get him out, it's an hard one because as Fran said before, if Graham Potter does come in, how many games would he last with our fans?
Well, I don't want Potter there, but as Franz also said, you've got to keep Dyche till at least the January transfer window, and then I would, to be fair, I would go for Gasperini of Atalanta.
That's the thing, though. Would he come to someone like us? You know, we're flying at the minute, aren't he? And you know, he's quite old, though, isn't he?
But he's got a good football brain about him, and he's not on a big budget at Atalanta either. So
you can't be any fucking older than fucking Ancelotti, mate.
That's it. Though Dave was saying, but we're getting a manager in that takes to Bramley more, who's round that kind of it. Listen, I'd have him. Don't get me wrong. He's done. Would he come to someone like us? I don't know because Atalanta are flying at the minute. You know, they've got one of our players there.
I don't know, mate, because I don't play fucking FIFA fucking manager that much, you see, so I don't really know.
That Luchman, Dave, who's played
You
for
and
us.
fucking Brian clearly fucking sit in your box rooms playing fucking FIFA manager every fucking
I'm
week.
too old for that shit,
I've
mate.
never even heard
I'm
of him.
too old for that
Dave,
shit.
What?
Dave Luchman.
I've never even heard of him, so couldn't fucking even comment on him.
Dave Luchman, no, Dave, who's played for Everton. He plays for them now. He's fucking
Yeah, I
playing
know
brilliant.
those. Yeah.
What did you just say, Jamie?
That
Luchman.
Yeah. Don't start being like Dave Calvert-Lewin. His name's Luchman.
Luchman,
you fucking daft cunts.
it's spelled L-O-O-K anyway.
Fucking hell, mate.
Honest though, Bright, managers coming in wise, we're not going to get no one in till the start of the season. I can't see it, or till the end of the season anyway. He's going to stay with us till the end.
Fell.
I think Dyche has got the safest fucking job in the Premier League at the
Well,
moment.
he has, and that's the bastard thing about it. It's the horrible truth that we all know that he probably is the safest because no one's there to sack him.
Yeah, I know. Listen, just a quick one. You might be seeing pictures getting posted up at the top here. It looks like the fucking account's being hacked because it's not us and it definitely isn't Jack. So whoever that fucking gobshite is that's putting these up, I'm telling you, we'll fucking find you and we'll come after you. And that's that. So stop fucking posting them. And if you're a red cunt, you're even worse. So,
Dave Butty's just messaged and said, "Get out of my arse. You're licking my arse tonight and you're doing his head in."
fucking hell. He'd be the last fucking arsehole that I'd want to fucking lick, mate. Fucking hell. Dirty fucking red cunt. Seen a picture of him on Saturday on the way down to the match. That was enough. Yeah, no, listen, I think he's in the safest fucking job that most of it is Jack now anyway. We get Jack in.
I'm sure it's the right one, Dave.
Look, it is. I've just checked it.
Yeah, it is. I've just checked it as well.
Hello.
I can't believe there's some sad cunt wants to be you on this app.
Well, you know, trendsetter you see, Fran.
What?
Trendsetter you see.
Fuck off.
He must be sat there wanking over that gay porn he watches it back.
I can't believe it, Jack, that they've actually took your profile yacht and thinking I'm going to have that husband off yacht there.
I'm just looking at his followers here now. He's followed just some strange stuff. The kid, like, following, get on this one, disabled porn.
Disabled porn?
They say there's a fella in a wheelchair here.
It's Dave's burner.
Fucking hell, yeah.
There's a fella in a wheelchair
You had
here.
the 3-inch mushy mac out, Dave.
You're saying here, Graham Potter's emerged as a surprise candidate for the AS Roma job. There you go, then.
I hope he doesn't come to us.
No, but mate, you know, I think we've already said it. We've said it previously on here. The biggest fucking problem with our club are our fans. We're fucking horrible. We're horrible. We are a fucking horrible bunch of cunts. And Jack said it last week on the space about the what people expect. They expect, the expectancy of where we should be. We're fucking deluded. We are a bunch of fucking deluded cunts. Don't care what you say. And we're not the best fans at home. We're fucking awful. Away from home, completely different fan base. Completely different. You know what I mean? Everyone's singing, getting behind the team. You come home, it's fucking shocking. And we're absolute poison. That's the problem. And the players are shit scared when they play there. I think there's no belief. I don't think you've got the likes of Dyche probably instilling that belief either, to be quite honest with you. I don't think they're asked.
But that's because the fans have been dealt a crock of shit for the last fucking 10 years.
We have, mate. We have, yeah. But the problem is, and Jack, I don't want to keep fucking blowing smoke out of Jack's ass, but he said it last week that the expectation of our fans is what we should be getting back in the 80s and all that. You know what I mean? We expect ourselves to be there every week. France said it before when we got the Machete money in, with with the fucking Merseyside millionaires or billionaires, whatever you want to fucking call it. And we're not good. We're not a good fan base, mate, at all. I think we're fucking terrible. You know what I mean? I think the whole fucking the whole atmosphere of everything. We go 1-0 down at Goodison. The whole fucking atmosphere in the ground changes. It's fucking
I
awful.
agree for that. I must admit,
It's fucking awful. And that's the thing. That's the fucking fans. Expecting to be the win, but no, here we
I
are.
just think
Well,
I think
listen.
a lot of fans want to see just some decent football. To be honest, we haven't played decent football since bloody Ancelotti,
No, yeah,
and
but
then we
even
couldn't
that,
see the fucking games.
Yeah, I know. No sounds. Well, listen, Bright, thanks for coming on, mate. We'll get a couple of other people in as
You
well
know,
as we go. But, you're more than welcome to come on again in the future. All right.
no worries.
Ta-ra, right.
So where Jack?
Is you alright?
Yeah, you.
Yeah. What's the profile all about? Oh yeah, these posts are protected. Shitbag. He was a Geordie, wasn't
Is he? Oh, is that who he is?
he? Yeah.
Fucking three-fingered fucking gobshite.
Six-fingered.
6-fingered, sorry, 6-fingered, yeah.
Also, one of the fans, but he was strange. Like,
So what was your views on Saturday then, Jack? You didn't go, did you?
I didn't see much of it either.
Oh, didn't you?
Just seeing the highlights, and
Yeah.
again, it just looks like statues, doesn't it? Just looks like statues. Unfortunately, there's stuff being created. I mean, the one for me as well, that Allison one where he got to play it over the top, and he
Yeah.
left foot outside of the left foot, and then sort of like tries to usher it over the goalkeeper, and it goes wide. And I just think, you look at that, and then you look at Beto's one when that gets played over. No, he was offside, but for him to get that into his feet and out straight away, it's a hard skill to do. Took it well. He was unfortunate with the offside, unfortunately, but yeah, just Calvert-Lewin come off 65, didn't he? Take it he's done.
Yeah.
Like,
Shite, mate.
well, it's nice to see that he's making the subs earlier.
Well, the thing was, you just said it there. He was a fucking statue on Saturday.
Yeah,
Calvert-Lewin.
Dave,
Fucking waste of fucking time.
he's just he's feathering his own nest, right? This is why I say about footballers and why you should never ever get so excited about them. Even them 11 players, no matter how much your kid loves any present footballer, they don't care about Everton Football Club because they don't feel it like we feel it as fans, and it's showing you more. Calvert-Lewin's been here; he's on his 9th season, I think. He's had bad injuries. The club have invested millions upon millions to get him right. He had a bad injury and stuff like that, and we put money and effort and time into him, stuff
There
like
we
that.
go.
No, listen, and he's just now at this point where he's walking to January. He's walking to the end of the season because he's thinking, if I do too much or I get injured, I might not get the move, I might not get the sign-on fee that I want, or pre-contract might not be agreed and things. So he's trying his best Because if he wanted to stay at Everton and work for Everton, he'd have signed the contract already. He still hasn't signed it. It's been on the table for vast amounts of months. He still hasn't signed it. So that shows you he doesn't want to be there. Now, any player that doesn't want to play for a team that's paying its wages, no matter how high they are up at their level, whether it be Ronaldo, Messi, whatever, Mbappe, or right down the bottom in your fucking Conference League, if they're not performing, then they shouldn't be playing for the club. Me personally, I'd rather sacrifice him in the 23s and put him on the bench in the 23s. I wouldn't even start him. I'd just put him in the bench and I'd ruin his career till the end of the season. And that's me because I love Everton from a fan's point of view. From a business point of view, this club seems to think that they're going to get the money that they expect to get for a lad who scored 11 goals in 2 seasons. 11 goals in 2 seasons. And he's the striker at one of the biggest English clubs. Like, as much as you don't want to say that we're big, he's the striker at one of the biggest English clubs in the UK, if you like, all across the world, however you want to grade us.
Shut up, mate. Shut up, please.
He's our main striker, and he scored 11 goals in 2 seasons. So why do we need to shut up, Fran? Because it's true.
But what's true about it, lads? Are we gonna go down this road where you're gonna start saying Everton a big club? Because we're not. We're not a fucking big club, mate. We're a shout of fucking scruffy meths from fucking Goodison Park, right? That haven't won a trophy for 30 fucking years, right? And you think now all of a sudden you're chatting Mbappe and leading. You're
You're
trying
not
to
listening to what I'm
comparison. You're
saying
trying
again, are you?
you're trying to compare us. You're trying to compare Dominic Calvert-Lewin with Mbappe statistics and things like that
I'm
because he
not.
scored
I'm
11
not.
goals.
Listen to what I've just said to you. You're not listening. I'm saying any player at that level, at the height, or down at the conference, if they don't want to play for their employer, if they don't want to play for that team that they're playing, that they're getting paid to play for, then no matter how big that player thinks they are not bigger than the football club. That's my point, Fran. That's my point. I'm not going on about statistics. I'm going on about these players think they can waltz round Goodison Park or any other club in this thing and just waltz in because they're contracted. They think they can just walk around and do what they want. Now he's walking to January. He's walking to the end of the season. He doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit about his club because if he did, he'd sign the contract and he'd say, right, puff me chest, just down, let's go for it. Let's go into Bramley more. But he's not interested, lad. And that's what I'm saying. No matter how big these players are in life, they're not bigger than the football club. That cunt thinks he's bigger than Everton Football Club. That's the point I'm getting to. That's the whole point I'm getting to. He thinks he's bigger than our football club. Regardless of his records and his stats and things like that, he thinks that he doesn't have to sign a contract for Everton Football Club because he's going to get a better job somewhere else. And the reason he thinks that is because his signing on fee at his next club's going to be massive because he's going to be a free agent and he can name his price. So all this thing of I want this paid and want that paid for the next 3 or 4 years, he can name it because he's out of contract. Good luck to the lad. He's there. It's a business. That's what he's there to do. But he thinks that he can just not see the rest of his contract out with us as his employer and then just walk around and coast around and not put the effort in. That's not acceptable. That's not acceptable on the building site, not acceptable in the office, not acceptable at Premier League level. It's not acceptable. That's my point. He thinks he's bigger than this football club, lad, and he's not. So for me, pull him out the first team, pull the bad egg out, pull him out, throw him in the 23s and say, let's see how big you are. Go and run your contract down because we're bigger than you. We can afford your wages because we're contracting you till June anyway. So we'll pay your wages. You can go and rot on the bench in the 23s. You're not even getting a start. And let's see how much your career goes down the pan.
You've
That's
always
what
had
I
an
think.
eyes on for Calvert-Lewin, though, haven't you?
No, that's for every player, Fran.
No, I know, but you've always had an eyes on for Calvert-Lewin.
Because he's shit, mate. And people back
I
him.
know, but
He's
like,
shit
you
and
know,
people
do
back
you
him.
know what Bricky? Do you know what Bricky then when you're going on about the building site? Do you know what Bricky when you want him to lay 1,500 brick? Do you reckon he could lay 1,500 brick without his labourer?
But it's not achievable, is it?
No, okay. So scoring goals achievable without the service because you've got a winger there and a number 10 in McNeil that's not providing fuck all. But yet our fans will think, yo, now we all want a fucking new song about him because he's done a fucking turn against Ipswich.
What about the Ipswich 1-on-1 then, Fran? And the goals? Are we forgetting about that? Because that was his. They were his
Jack,
one-on-ones.
I'm not saying, lads, right? He's the best.
But he can't be slated, Fran.
What?
He can't be slated. He can't. Calvert-Lewin cannot be slated. I have this conversation with other people. He can't be slated for whatever reason. If you're bad at your job, you've got to be slated. We're all now going to talk about Sean Dyche. I like Dyche, right? But right now, he's got to be slated for some of the decisions he makes. But why are we okay to slate Michael Keane for when he's wrong? Why are we okay to slate Ashley Young when he's wrong? Why are we okay to slate Pickford, Tarkowski, all these players when they're all doing wrong? Why are we okay to slate them, but we're not okay to slate this lad? And people will still say, do you know what though? Like, just think. And I'm like, nah. If it was a couple of seasons or a couple of years, then yeah, he's been here for fucking 8 years. 8 years. 11 goals in 2 seasons is not good at fucking under 7 level, let alone Premier League level.
Oh,
It's not good
what
enough.
he should have done then, Jack? He should have just stuck to his knickers and bras on the catwalk with Tom Davis.
What he should have done, mate, he should have feathered his own nest like he's been trying to, and he should have just went to another club. But you know what, Fran? I don't see a load of these clubs queuing up to get him. Now, people may say, "Oh, they're waiting until pre-contract agreements, or they can wait till next year when they get him on a free." That's fine. But how many clubs in this country at a high level, at a decent high level, in a European high level, Conference League, Europa League, how many are queuing up for him and saying, you know what, he's a bit of us in? How many are queuing up for him? Because there's not many kicking about. There is not.
Yeah, someone's put a great analogy here. DCL reminds me of a relationship I was in. It lasted 9 years and went flat, and I couldn't be asked to finish it with her. So I acted disinterested, so she would be by ditching me when that's all I wanted, so I could move on to the next bird with a clear conscience. That sums him up, that doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a great analogy. It's just it's really, really just not good enough, the stuff that you're seeing. And it's not just him. Listen, I'm not just here to beat him with a stick. There's many players at the football club who just aren't fit to wear the shirt. And this is where I can't really just jump on the manager all the time. It can't just be Benitez's fault. It can't be Marco Silva's fault. It can't be Lampard's fault. It can't be Sean Dyche's fault. Many other managers that have been and gone and all that. Rafa Benitez, whatever. It can't just be always the manager's fault. And I know they carry the can because they're picking the team and they're setting the team up and picking the tactics and all that, right? But there's players at this football club who've seen off. Calvert-Lewin being one of them. They've seen off, I think it's 7, 8 managers now in their Everton career. No, it can't just be the managers. Do you know what it is? It's the holiday camp. It's the mindset of the football club. Come here, come to Everton. It's great. We'll pay your boss wages and you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. Players will do it. Players come and just sit there. We're still paying a player now, Dele Alli, 100 grand. Well, we just finished paying him at 100 grand a week. He's still training. He's still part of the club. What's happening there? Like, what's going on there? According to reports, he's not contracted to the club, but we're still offering him a service for him to be mooching around the first team, and he's still involved in the environment. But Everton, nice Everton, have just gone, yeah, go on, sound, just come in here. Yeah, go on, sneak in, lad, it'll be sound. No. I was about fuck off. You go. I would rather, I've always said this, I've said this for years, I would rather have, and I know you've been and watching me the day, Fran, and I heard you talking about them before and the shit. I would rather have shit, working hard 23s in my squad than lazy, overpaid first
Mate.
teamers that are just going to go and shrug the shoulders.
Jack, listen. I'm just being serious with you now. Them 23s, right? Apart from the one lad I keep mentioning, right? I've not got it, lad. They're miles and miles and miles off it. So I'm telling you now, regardless if you love or hate for Calvert-Lewin and anyone else out there, there's not a striker in that 23s that's going to challenge him if he stayed at Everton until he was 32. That's just how it is. The next Everton number 9 needs to come, whether it be Brozier or whether it's going to be, I don't know, someone else. I really don't know. But it's not going to be anyone from the under 23s. Not in the next couple of years anyway, because there's no one coming through.
Yeah, and I get that. I heard you before, I get it. But my point is, lad, I'd rather have someone who's fucking tries than someone who's just waltzing around with the shoulders down, who doesn't give a shit and is taking over 100k a week or up to 100k a week, and they're still there, just coasting through. Lad, you can see it you can see it in the shoulders, like the presence that they bring. Imagine working with someone who just didn't care in your day, in your 9 to 5, and you're going in and you're working alongside them, and you're thinking, fucking hell, here's miserable ass coming down the canteen here. Look at the fucking face on the cunt. And you're having to deal with, oh, how are you? All right, yeah, it's sound. And he's just like, fucking, yeah, bro. Fucking big miserable gob on him. That's what he's like. That's what some of these players are like. Big fucking miserable gobs on them. And they're getting paid vast amounts of dough. And when they don't care and the shoulders drop, I just think, send them packing. I know you can't cut contracts and you can't just terminate contracts. In an ideal world, I've always said it, if I ever won a fucking massive amount of dough, the first thing I'd do is go into Finch Farm and cut these contracts and say, you don't deserve to play for our club. You're not good enough. You can go. There's your dough. See you later. Get your fucking kit bag. Leave all your Everton gear here. Get your fucking civvies on and fuck off. You're not good enough. See you later. I'd love nothing more to win the Euros and bounce in there and say that to a load of fucking players, honestly. I really would. And if it left us without players, so fucking be it. It'd be a new Everton, wouldn't it? Cutting the fucking head off it and just starting again.
Jack Houston on
honestly.
fear.
No, lad, it would be nice though, wouldn't it? Because some of these players are just draining the energy. Not only are the players they're working with, the employees that they're next to, they're draining the life out of the fans, lad. They're draining the life out of fans every season. They're not giving you nothing to get off your seat for. There's kids, fellas, women, whoever, going up and down the country, and they're not giving anything back to the working fucking fan that are paying probably thousands every year just to go and see something that they love, that badge that they love, the badge that they follow. Everyone yourselves going up and down the country to working hard, whatever you're doing to get to that fucking game, and you're just not getting nothing for your dough. And then you come away, bottom of the fucking league, getting beat. Fucking absolute fucking train yard, like train set to get down here or whatever it is. And you're getting saved up that, and then you see players that are just going, sound, I'll just pretend I'm arsed, and then I'll just go and get a shower, and then it'll be all right. Then I'll just get through the next 7 days. I'll hide behind the scenes at my training facility in all my boss gear and away from all everything that I've got going on in my life, and then I'll coast through the next one. Then it's the international. Then I don't have to see anyone. I just don't get it. Just maybe for me, from my point of view, I might be talking too much of a fucking from a common point of view, not from a biz. But it just really gets to me where I think to myself, fans don't deserve the shit that they're getting served up every season. And it's not just down to one man in the fucking dugout or his assistants. Yeah, he's partly to blame. But I'm telling you now, there's fucking players at this football club that have seen off manager after manager after manager. Slate Rafa Benitez all you want. He won the fucking Champions League. He's managed Chelsea, he managed Real Madrid. He was a top level fucking manager. It wasn't going to work because he was an ex-Red, and we all know that. Frank Lampard, okay, he's managed Chelsea with top players and stuff like that. Yeah, you know, it wasn't working for him. Some of the tactics, he fell on the sword a little bit, but it just can't keep being It can't just keep being managers. There's got to be something within the club that's some sort of, I don't know, there's some sort of rot within the club that's just keeps cutting through the wood, and no one seems to find where it's coming from. There's got to be something. There's got to be something, because it can't just be. We can't just be sitting here year in, year out, and just talking about the manager. Because, and this is another thing, right? We go and sack a manager now, our current manager. So I'm still waiting for someone to tell me this big mad list that are all queuing up to come and manage Everton. Because anyone in the right mind, if you're a manager and you're looking at your career and thinking, I want to further myself, I want to look good on Sky, I want to look good in the press and things like that, I know I'll go to Everton where it's a poison chalice, because it is a poison chalice. And the reason it is a poison chalice is because we've got no owner. Well, we have got an owner, so to speak, but he's not really relevant. We've got potential new owners coming through who can't really make a decision. Then we're going to get it with financial fair play if we overspend. We've got players at the football club that are due to leave at the end of the season, but are on massive dough. So, like, we don't know where we stick and twist with them. We've got current players who've got further years on the contract who are absolutely shit. It's all back to front. So any manager that's coming in, they're not just going to come in, click the fingers, wave a magic wand, and everything's going to be sound going into Bramley Moore. It's not. You've got to look at it realistically. I don't want to be nothing against Sean Dyche, right? There's nothing against him when I say this. I don't want a manager like Sean Dyche to be walking into Bramley Moore and listen, if he was good enough, then yeah, but he's not good enough. But am I thinking above my station in terms of where we are as a football club? We're an average team, so we deserve to be in an average position. Where we are as an average position now, couple of results, you start going in the middle of the table. It's only where we deserve to be. I don't understand how we can, as fans, think that we should be better and getting into top tens and floating around these European places, because we're way off that. We're way off it.
Who would you want to be the next Everton manager?
And listen, don't think I'm taking the piss here just for context, right? Please don't think I'm not. But for an interim boss who would come in and it would shake a few people and he would happily do it till the end of the season because
Don't
he
say
loves the club.
Allardyce. Don't say it. Don't
No,
say
I'm not
Duncan.
gonna. I'm gonna say Duncan.
Fuck
Yeah,
off. Fuck off, you
honestly,
silly cunt.
honestly,
Duncan Ferguson.
because
Fuck
he's the
off.
only man. He's the only man who's
You're
gonna.
living off the Chelsea game, lad. You're living off the Chelsea game when he's picked the ball boy up and he's ran down the family enclosure and all that. You're living off that, mate. He's not Jack. Turn it in, mate. Turn it in. Turn it
Honestly,
in.
he's the only one now. Who's gonna come in as an interim boss for
No,
Everton now, lad?
Jack, the question I should have asked you is, who do you want to be the next Everton manager going into Bramley Moore?
Going in, so you want a top end manager,
Okay,
don't you?
so who's that going to be? If you had your choice now.
I've always wanted, and it's a fucking pipe dream, I think. Well, it may not be because of his interview the other day. I've always wanted Mourinho.
So I'm just going to cut it dead short. We get Mourinho, right? This is what I'm going to ask you now. What's going to change with Everton and the squad that we've got now, and the as you've just said, the financial fair play, and we won't be able to spend loads of dough and things like that, and get different players in and like loads of players and make household changes, and then to deplete the squad and say, yeah, you're not worth it, get rid. What's going to change at Bramley Moore, Jack, with Jose Mourinho in the hot seat?
Do you know what I think, Fran? Let me just say, just quickly. Do you know what I think with that? Right, if he did come in, I think he changes the mentality of them players a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. He does like he does. He doesn't make them. He doesn't make them world beaters. By the way, he just change. He'll inject a different style of confidence. But going back to your question there, Fran, if the only way Everton would be able to spend is by getting new owners in who are just going to transfer a load of sponsorship. Because we're not, and the reason I say that, Everton need to be looking to make dough to be able to spend it. Now, we can't sell players to make dough on because there's no players in this squad unless you put Pickford and Bramthwaite in there that you're going to make really serious money on to then be able to spend and invest back into the squad. But why would you want to get rid of Pickford and
Do you know
Bramthwaite,
what?
the two best
Don't this
players?
account here. Just fuck that account off, will you? Whoever's putting that in.
I've blocked it, mate. I've blocked it. I've blocked them, and I've reported them as well. So I don't know. Don't know how we get rid of
Fucking
it.
grass.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking grass. It's fucking right, but he's fucking affecting our page. You need to come. He's a Newcastle fan as well. Shitbag. But yeah, let's get Mr. Wright in. He's been waiting here. Let's get his opinion on it and who he wants. We all right, lads? You're unmuting yourself.
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Yes. I can, thank you.
So, what's your views then?
Oh, I've got thousands, me mate. Thousands of views.
He's one from the old days, mate. See ya. Fucking get rid of him. He's one fucking plant pot in from the old days. Sorry, mate. Try again
What
next week.
wasn't that Seth?
Nah, mate.
My
He's
friend was saying,
fucking. He's one of
when the Seth.
JV's one. He's one of the old ones, mate. He put a glass ice to sleep that ball and cunt. He's on a car with that fucking. He's on a par with that Thomas McCartan. It's all silly cunts. Get rid of him.
Oh, well, there we are then. So, yeah, I mean, manager-wise, so who would you want, Fran?
Do you know what, Dave? Right, I'll be honest with you now. If we could go and get him, the only thing that puts me off is our fans. I think Potter would do well for us. I really do. Right, but listen, here's what I'm going to say, and this is what I've been asked to say, right? So, our mate Jamie's going off a little bit tonight, right? And here's what he wants me to say. Get it out there. Look at Bournemouth. Legged O'Neill, flying. Nuno comes into Forest, they're flying. Brighton get a new manager, they're flying. Do you see a pattern? New manager, teams flying. Nuno gets Chris Wood scoring. Does a new manager get Calvert-Lewin scoring? Is Calvert-Lewin not playing for Everton because he doesn't like Sean Dyche? What is the problem? What Jack, do you just think he's just pony and he's shit and that's it?
No, what it is, you make there, Jamie's asked the question. So for me on that sketch,
He hasn't asked
between
about Tingo. He hasn't asked about Calvert-Lewin. He just said about the three managers there. Bournemouth, like
so the three managers, Bournemouth, Brighton, and Forest, was it?
yeah.
What if you put if you put Everton, that's you got 4 teams there. Rate them. Who's got the highest expectation out the 4?
Everton.
So the expectation at Everton's a lot higher than the other 3. So therefore, them managers can flourish under no pressure because there's not that much expectation on their lives as a manager. That's the problem with this football club, Fran. The expectation's so fucking high that managers come in here and the fans will go, right, this is not really working. I'll give it time. Bang's not working. Fucking get rid now. Bang. Fucking smash the gaff up. That's what it's like. The expectation at this football club is too fucking high for these type of managers. And I know what you might saying, or whoever said it there. I'm all for that. I'm all for Everton going into Europe and getting this poxy fucking manager that no one knows about and bringing them to Goodison. But unfortunately, the expectation of the fan base is Champions League level, right? And it's right now with Championship level. And that's where the mindset of the fans have got to change. You see it with players when they're playing football. One bad pass from a defender to a midfielder, whoomph, the groans are happening. Within 15 minutes of Goodison, you count it, 15 to 20 minutes of Goodison, then the Everton anxiety, I call it, kicks in. All of a sudden, the fucking ground changes. It's like a dark cloud comes in, and it's all based on these fantastic fans that we've got. But the expectation at the football club is so fucking high, and it's gone even higher now. We haven't won a trophy for, 30 years coming up to, or whatever it is. Because we've got the ground now, the expectation is so high. So any manager that comes in has got to be a manager that can take that shit on his shoulders from the fans, from the expectation of the club, from the new owners. It can't just be some manager that's coming in and he's going to go, hey, yeah, I've second division in the fucking Portuguese league and I'm this and I'm that. And fans will be like, what, who the fuck are you? Who are you? Who are you? And that's not me, by the way. That's what our fan base is like. Not everyone, by the way. Not everyone. But I know that there'll be people listening to what I'm saying who will go, you know what? I know what he's getting at there because I sit next to so and so who's 3 seats down from me at the ground, and he just wants us to be like the 80s, and it's not. That's not the case. We're going to go into Bramley more, right? And the transition period is going to carry on, and it's going to carry on for the next 4 or 5 seasons. Everton are not going to be in the mix with these clubs where our fan base expect us to be for 4 to 6 years, probably 7 years. Now that's going to be a lot for any manager to come in and take that pressure. So for me, that's why them teams can flourish because them fans of them teams are just happy to coast through. I'm in the Premier League. We're having a laugh. Everything's a little jolly up. No pressure. No pressure means everyone's nice and calm and everything just flows. But at Everton, it doesn't flow. It doesn't flow, and you know it yourself. You know it yourselves when you're at the game. If it doesn't go to plan, it goes downhill fast. There's no patience allowed. Hence why now, after what are we on 10, 11 games already, fans are already saying he's gotta go. He's got to this. He's got to that. What were fans expecting from this team with this manager at this season. European football, Champions League football, top what? What was you expecting? Seriously, we're in a firefighting situation because the situation that we're in, the situation that we've been in previously. But now after 10 games, people are like, this isn't good enough. This isn't good enough. Why? Because the expectation at the football club and the pressure at the football club is so fucking high. So you've got to have a manager to come in who can take all of that on. It's not a case of just winning games. It's taking all that on. You imagine being a manager on the touchline and how close Goodison is to the pitch when that certain groan comes from the Gladys Street or the Park End or whatever. That goes right onto the pitch. Them players are feeling that, and they're like, "Fucking hell, here they go again. Here they go again." I can't be the only one who's feeling what I'm saying. Here happens. Jamie, you must feel it yourself being in the lower.
Yeah, Jack, I get that. I've just been watching the end of the Fulham game there, right? And it just proves a manager, though, Jack, the difference. He made the tactical change there, Marco Silva, and he brought Wilson on, and he's just scored 2 goals, Jack, and he just won 97th minute.
Yeah, and it goes back. It goes back. It goes back. That manager is allowed to manage his football team, no, Jay. Not getting
Yeah, but
screamed and
what I'm saying
shouted
is,
at, is
Jack,
he, by fans that are going,
no, I
do
get
you know what I
that.
mean?
The fans have the expectation of
Yeah.
Fulham is not the same as
Fulham are
Everton,
just
is
happy
it?
to be in the Premiership with the new stand on the Thames. They're happy to do that. If you speak to a Fulham fan, they'll just be like, "Oh yeah, caviar this, this, that, and the other. Let's just go to the game and everything's fine." You speak to an Everton fan, where do you want to finish? I want to fucking get into Europe. I want to get a semi-final. I want to get down to Wembley. And everything's like, oh, okay. But you ask a Fulham fan, a Forest fan, a Brighton fan, they'll go, yeah, it sounds the Premier League, innit? See what happens at the end of the season. See where we are. If we stay up, happy days. If we can get here, happy days. At Everton, it's like, nah, we need to be
Yeah,
making the next
exactly.
move.
Do you know what, Jack? As well, this just talking about that game, the last man standing, and then some lads I was waiting for Fulham, fucking 2 goals in the 90th minute, and they just won the last man standing. Fucking
Would you
jam
take any of
bastards.
these managers for Bramley Moore? Thomas Frank, De Zerbi, or Christophe Galtier?
After this game, Dave, with Frank,
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Not one of you have mentioned, though, have you?
Derby, you could say.
Not one of you have mentioned there, like, since Jamie's just come on and said that, the manager there, that manager's Fulham, the one that we didn't give enough time to, the one that we got rid of, is
That's our fans, though, Fran, innit? That's what Jack was saying. Our fans, again,
Fran,
the expectations on these fucking managers,
France,
innit?
someone's
know,
made a
yeah, I've
thing of
seen
you
it.
now,
Seen it, yeah. Yeah.
Fucking-
I don't know who'd want to be me. Fucking hell.
was that a fella giving birth there?
That's disgusting, man.
yeah.
It's just fucking block the fucking
Walk
solutions.
down, you lad. I think people like that who set profiles up and put pictures like that up, I think they're actually into that type of gear, Sex offenders, mate, they should be tracked. Should be tracked down. Their IP address should be tracked, and everyone should just steam into the house and just fucking tie them up. Honestly,
We don't
dirty
we
That's
don't
fuck.
what they're
condone
into, and I
violence
know
from the
what's
Bramley
happening.
Moore
No, we don't
viewers.
condone violence, but if that does happen, like they do in Brazil and stuff, then yeah, let us know.
Dave, how do you get them off, lad? Just take them all off, can't you?
Don't know, mate. He's being blocked. I'm doing my best. It's come off again, and I
Well,
don't know.
you're not doing very good considering you're the host. Get them off, or you sacked.
I've blocked him. I've
Dave,
fucking blocked it, you daft cunt.
Dave, you remind me of Dave. You never seen fucking Mike, what's it called? Mike Bassett, where he goes, was it Mike Bassett?
Yeah, playing
No,
4-4-2.
what was that? Big Ron manager. Remember that with Steve Bleasdale? Ron pulls him, big Ron pulls him, goes, you need to start doing the tactics. And he's going, I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best, Ron. Fucking hell.
Mate, do you know, it's just us, aren't we? There's too much expectation in our club. That's the fucking problem. And I think whoever comes in, you're going to need a big manager. I mean, the one thing you say about Ancelotti is, all right, I know we had COVID and all that, and none of the fans were there, but he sort of bought into it, didn't he? Do you know what I mean? He got it. and obviously got them players playing in a better way. And I do think France said it at the weekend when we were coming back that I think another manager gets a better tune out of them players.
Possibly, Dave, but you got to look at Ancelotti's situation. He had James Rodriguez, Richarlison, Luca Digne.
I know.
You know, Decore was in the middle of COVID. Calvert-Lewin was flying on all cylinders because he was getting fed balls left, right, and centre. He wasn't carrying any injuries, no pressure on him because the fans. Michael Keane was even flying at the time. You had Pickford in goal.
Yeah, I know.
Yerry Mina was fit, and Yerry Mina was quality when he was fit. So he had a lot of decent players at his disposal there, and yeah, I don't know if that didn't work out because Real come calling, didn't he? And obviously he got his house broken into at the time, and that was it. The end of fucking Carlo. But we're just unlucky. You get a Champions League winning manager like that, and then he fucks off straight away, and you can't even get to see him play live. But
the only thing about Mourinho is, I tell you now, he's a 2 year man unless he fucking really enjoyed it. But I tell you what, you'd have a fucking laugh, wouldn't you?
Oh,
It'd
it'd be
be a
great, that
journey,
wouldn't
wouldn't
it,
it?
Dave? Be fucking great, that sitting there getting.
It'd just be a
Well,
journey, wouldn't it?
yeah, what do you want to do? Sit there and have a laugh at Jose in the hot seat and get beat every week?
No,
Fuck
but what I
off.
mean is, what I'm trying to say, the one thing about him is, you got more chance of winning a fucking trophy with him than you have with this
You've got
fucking
no, you've got
ginger
no
cunt
chance
at the
of winning the
moment, have
trophy
you?
with any fucking manager. The squad's shite. The fucking team's shite. You won't see, Dave. You're nearly 60. You won't see Everton win a trophy in the rest of your lifetime.
Probably not. Well, you never know, do you?
Well, I'm just telling you, you won't.
bad times.
It's grim. And listen, I'll just give it a little shout out to the Love Lounge and Billy there on Saturday. It's funny coming home when we was at Warwick Services, bumping into him.
I did
They're all fucking,
one,
what's his saying? They're all the afterbirth. The afterbirth.
one thing, though, there, Dave, is wasn't happy that he wasn't wearing his BMG Blues
And
hat.
I'll give it to his
And
bed, didn't he? That's what it was.
and and the maddest thing is, though, I did message him and I said to him, if he would have wore that, it was unbeaten since he wore it from Ipswich. He said, carry on wearing it. So hope everyone that wore the BMG Blues hats still wear them now. Could give you some
Oh,
luck.
Put it on his
fuck
bed's
off,
head. Put
Jamie,
it
you
on his
silly
bed's head.
cunt.
Look at
I
that,
know,
look.
he's fucking off his case,
Who
isn't
is?
he?
I
Jamie.
know. You never even had one on, Dave, because the hats don't fit you. And plus the fact,
I had me out with
Dave,
me.
where
He
did
was
you
the
the
get it,
first
by the
first.
away
way?
game with your new Barnet, and you wanted to show it off, and no one even complimented you on it.
All right, okay, yeah, of course.
Dave, where was your hat, by the way?
I had it on me, I had it with me.
I didn't see
Yeah.
yours on the picture.
Wasn't as cold as I thought it was going to be. Had me thing on, had me 3/4 on.
Did you?
Yeah.
Dave,
Anyone pass it?
What?
is it not Mach weather yet? Do you reckon?
Well, you'll have to get yourself. We'll have to get you a Mach Jack with the Bramley
There
Moore
we
badge
go.
on.
There we go.
Are you alright? Yeah, you having that, Jack?
There we go.
Yeah.
I was gonna raffle it for Christmas, you know.
Jack, just get that Mac out, right? And we'll just iron a little badge on for you or something.
Like I say, listen, just in the top there, we have got quite a number of people in tonight. We're doing our fundraiser again for the homeless at Christmas, so if you can help us out, and like I say, we keep saying it, we do it every year. It's getting bigger and bigger. Last year we done 60 sleeping bags. We put a few people in the hospice for a few nights, and the money does make
The
a bit of a
hostel, you
difference.
dickhead, not the hospice. Fucking hospice. They never had
No,
fuck.
said the
You said
hostel.
hospice.
Said the hostel. No, I didn't. I
You
said the
said
hostel.
hospice.
I didn't fucking say the hospice. I
You
said the
said the
hostel.
hospice. You'd have to. I don't know what you.
No, I didn't.
I heard what I heard.
Fucking didn't. Fucking didn't. Stop putting words in my mouth, Fran.
Oh my god. You said the hospice.
Fucking
Oh
didn't.
my. Let's put a vote in now. Put a thumbs up if he said
Oh,
the
fuck
hospice.
off, will you? Listen, stop fucking jumping over me. Trying to fucking get people to fucking put into it fucking now. And all you're doing is fucking questioning whether I fucking said it. I fucking never.
Fran, stop. Someone's putting pictures at the top again, Fran, with your name on.
Couldn't give a fuck.
Again.
Couldn't give a fuck. Probably
But listen,
taking notes in the view from the Bullens notepads. 11.99.
if you can't give anything, then just retweet it. But listen, it makes a massive difference. doing what we do. It's a really good and quite a humbling thing to do. So if you can help us out, we'd really appreciate it. So we can go out there and give them some food and everything else that goes with it, the sleeping bags and socks and gloves and hats and everything else, because it does make a massive, massive difference. And yeah, if you can help us, that would be great. Fantastic. And if you can't, then you can't and just retweet it. Oh, you're talking about Saturday now, aren't we? And obviously the game, the West Ham preview. And where do we think? Do you think a point's enough on Saturday? Hey,
I'm not sure, Dave. To be honest, I think he's. I'll take a point now, obviously with the kind of situation that we're in, but we need 3 points. We're looking at the next couple of fixtures, don't we?
So next 10 fixtures, do you think we get 9 points out of the next 10 fixtures? It's 30 points to play
What
for.
is
Do you
the
think we
next
get
10
9?
fixtures? What's the last game? What's the 10th game?
I'm not sure, Fran. I don't know them off by heart, the fixtures, but apparently if Everton get
Brentford, Man United, Wolves, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, Forest, Bournemouth, 6. I'm going 9 points. 7 to 9 points out of 10 games. I'm going maximum.
do you reckon, Jay?
Yeah, I'll
Who was it again?
tell you my views on it now. As we stand here now, I think we'll draw on Saturday. I think we'll beat Brentford. I think United will beat us. I think we'll beat Wolves. I think Liverpool will beat us. I think Arsenal will fuck us. I think Chelsea will beat us. I think City will beat us. That's 7 points. And I'd hope for a win against Forest. And I think Bournemouth will beat us away, being honest. That's just my opinion, though.
So there's your 10. So Everton have got 10 games to get 9 points to be level on the same points as they were in the same amount of games they played last season. Bearing in mind, we got a points deduction and finished on, without the points deduction, finished on 48 points, 50 points. So that's, and I'm not aspiring to be like the same as last year because it's not called progress then. But there's not
I think, Jack. I reckon we'll beat West Ham on Saturday. I just think that we'll beat them. We'll beat Brentford. I think we'll get a point at United.
I think you're being smoking French crack as well.
No, I honestly think, Fran, I think that we'll pick up the record at West Ham.
Do you know why I say we
bad.
won't win at United? It's his first. It's going to be that Ruben Abraham's first Premier League game at Old Trafford, and they are going to be right up for it, them man cunts. So it's going to be playing in a fucking hostile atmosphere there. No two ways about it. I just don't fancy us at all at Old Trafford.
I think as well, though, Fran, if you're looking at the games that are actually there, you look at Man United away, Liverpool at home, Arsenal away, Chelsea at home, City away. Realistically, you could just say to yourself, let's wipe whatever we get a bonus in them games, because we're not expected to beat any of them teams, are we? Because we're absolutely shite.
How do you think we'll get on with the rest of the games, Jay? How do you think we'll get on against the shite?
I think West Ham, but as I said, Liverpool. And I think Liverpool, you can't really call it. You don't know what Everton's going to turn up. Last season when we played them, I didn't expect the result to get what we did. So you never know in a Merseyside derby, especially at us as well. I think when you look at like West Ham, Brentford, Wolves, and then Forest, they're the 4 games I think that we would need to win. which is tough. The home games, especially Wolves at home, Brentford at home. Before we play Brentford on the 23rd of November, and then we play Wolves on the 4th of December. If we could win them 2 games, I think anything against Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, and City will be a bonus for us.
I
So
personally would rather play City than Liverpool, Arsenal, and Chelsea at this present moment in time.
I think we're getting absolutely fucking nothing.
Um,
I called it last week. I called it last week that we get beat on Saturday. I don't think we're gonna get it. Fuck all against West Ham. I don't think we're gonna get anything. If I'm honest with you, not a fucking sausage. And I think we'll be fucking rooted at the bottom of the league come fucking January. That's my opinion.
Boo,
Sorry to sound so fucking negative, but I just think we're fucking shite.
boo, Davey.
I do, mate. I do. You watched that on Saturday. I just don't think. I think you do. I think we do need a fucking manager bounce. If I'm honest with you, to
So,
get some sort of fucking something back within the club, because I just don't think them fucking players are interested in
But
playing
he's
for them.
just messaged there. He said, get Big Dave in the hot seat. Steve Evans. Who's he?
I just don't. I don't think. I just don't see us getting anything. But then again, we've known things to happen when we are on the back fucking foot, and then we end up playing the likes of Chelsea and people like that and get a result out of it. I'm just fucking thinking negatively because I just don't think we'll get anything because the way we're playing, we're fucking crap.
you're deflated, aren't you, Dave?
No, it's not so much that, mate. I just don't see where the goals are coming from. This is the fucking
Calvert
problem.
Lewin.
You
do you think do
fucking no chance. Not a fucking
you think
chance.
though, Dave? Do you think though, Dave, against the better teams, we set up a little bit different?
We do, yeah. We probably raise our game a little bit more, mate. But I just think that it's where the goals are going to come from. You got to score goals to win games, and at the
Dave,
moment, we haven't got it.
with that striker moment, right? So we're all in agreement that Calvert Lewin's stinking the gaff out. Now I'm not interested. I'm not into starting Beto, right? But one thing I would say is the consistency has got to come if you're going to start him Saturday. You've got to start him again at Brentford, and you've got to start him at Man United, and then you've got to start him at Wolves, because that's the only way these players who aren't getting a sniff are going to gain confidence, by feeling wanted and feeling like they're wanted on the pitch. Now, he's probably come on all guns blazing there because he had 25 minutes to show what he can do, and he was unlucky. He went past that defender, and for me, that's a red card. The last man. People might say it's not. It's the last man. He should be sent off. Now
He should have been a red, mate.
If he gets sent off, that changes the game now. But if you look at when he's got that ball at the halfway line, he's looked at that defender and gone, come on, then I'll have you a race. And he's done the basics. He's knocked it forward and had him a race, got the better of him. The defender should have been sent. That changes the game drastically. The ball that comes across from Tarkowski, when it got pinged over and Tarkowski goes across goal, that's come at some pace at his fucking bullet, at his head. I know he's 3 yards away from the goal, 4 yards away from the goal, but that he hasn't even seen that come across at such a pace, and it's just been unlucky. Now, if that went in, I'd still be saying he didn't even know that was coming at him. He didn't mean it, but people would say it was a great header. I don't even know if he knew it was coming at him because it was coming at such a pace. And then you look at his goal that gets chalked off. The way he takes it and slots, just turns, bang, straight away. Doesn't think about it, knows where the goal is. He done it at Tranmere for the 23, scored 2 goals. Listen, the goalpost. Yeah, that's all he said to me, said years ago on Sky, the goalposts never move. And it's true, they don't move, lad. As if you're a natural goal scorer or you've got an eye for goal, you'll know the goalposts where they are. You'll have your awareness as a striker, you'll have your spatial awareness and know that they're not moving. So you should know. And he done that on Saturday. He had his back to goal at one point and just took it down mid-air and took it straight away because he knows them posts aren't moving. And that's the sign of someone who's got an half decent, a half decent bit of play about them. So if you can consist on playing that player all the time, it will come off. We
Hi,
know
boys. Can I just have a word, picking up on what Jack was just saying? Excuse me. I never thought I'd say this, but I would start Beto on Saturday simply because he will be isolated up front as DCL will be, but he offers us more as an isolated centre forward than DCL does, who basically doesn't move, gets the odd flick on. Beto puts himself about. Now he will have a bit of confidence because he got the equaliser against Fulham. He scored a worldie on Saturday, which was ruled out for offside. That was fantastic skill. Now, even though the goal didn't stand, that momentary flash of inspiration and great control and dexterity, that will give him confidence, even though it was ruled out. Okay, the one that hit the bar, that was that either bulges the back of the net or it hits the bar, one of the two, and it hit the bar. I just think he will be as confident as he could possibly be under the circumstances. I think he will be a preferable alternative to DCL, who unfortunately I've been very disappointed with in recent games, even though he has been isolated and he's standing there to say, someone help me out. But, sometimes you've got to create your own space and your own luck. And I think Beto is more likely to do that than DCL. Just wanted to say that, guys. Sorry.
I think you're right, Al.
No, it's a good point, Elton.
cracking point from an old head who's watched a lot of football, and Elton's always been on DCL's side. You'd always hear him, going on saying it might come good for him and stuff. But
Only because Jack. Only because I don't see anybody who can play that role other than DCL up until the last couple of games, where if he's going to be on his own up front, I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself. If he's going to be on his own up front, then I prefer Beto to be in that position because at least he will run about. He will press from the front more than DCL will. He might not win as many little flick-ons, but when DCL's winning flick-ons, there's no one up there with him to capitalise on that. So I think you might as well have the legwork of Beto, at least stopping them playing from the back as much as he can. And with the confidence he'll have from the equaliser against Fulham, that wonderful goal which was disallowed at Southampton, I give the nod to Beto. That's all.
yeah, I agree, fully agree.
Thank you.
I think you've got to give him. I think you've got to give him a chance, Elton. I think you're right in terms of confidence. I think
Well,
you've got to give
if
him
he's
at
not
least a bit of a
confident,
run, haven't you?
if he's not confident after the last two games where he's come on as sub both times, had a bit longer on Saturday, admittedly, but look what happened on Saturday. He had that run where he was brought down. I incidentally don't think it was a red, but even still, he got that in that position, left the guy for dead. If it wasn't for the cover player, they'd have been down for 10 men. He hit the bar with a header, which is one of those. It came so quickly, it could go anywhere. And then I keep saying it was a worldie of a goal that he scored, and he was offside by his toenail. That's nothing to lack confidence in because you were given offside by a hair's breadth. Just say, well, listen, I just scored a world. I can do that again. That's how I'd be thinking if I was him.
What do you think on managers, Elton? Obviously, the current managers are like the managers that are circulating. And
I've run out of patience with him completely.
in terms of
The final straw for
danger,
me
who
was
would you
against
bring in?
the final straw for me was against Bournemouth, and I've not changed my mind since. He lost the game against Bournemouth, no one else.
Who would you bring in then, Elton?
Oh well, come on. Gee whiz. I mean, I would have David Moyes now. I would have anybody basically, in fact, because as I think Fran, you were saying, the new manager bounce. It does tend to work. That
was Dave, Elton.
Dave was it? Sorry, I don't know who it was. The new manager bounce does tend to work, and let's face it, to the current squad, David Moyes will be like a stranger anyway. So it's not like going back in time, remembering him for what he used to be like. But do I think we'll get Mourinho? No, I don't. Would I be surprised if we get Mourinho? No, I wouldn't be. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, would so you're saying at this very moment in time, Moyes would be your choice?
Well, no. I'm thinking who is available, who would likely drop everything to come to Everton Football Club without sort of having to delve too much into what's going on at the club, because that will put I think that will put Potter off, for example. He's not for me either, but I think that will put him off. You know,
I think the problem is, Elton, with the likes of Moyes, he ain't gonna want to come here just in the short term between now and the end of the season.
I think you're right. I think you're right. But
That's
you
the
asked me
problem.
what I would like to see. In an ideal world, I'd like to see that the new ownership saying to their old manager at Roma, Mourinho, no hard feelings. Come to Everton. We'll pay off. We'll pay your buyout clause at Fenerbahce and come to Everton. I mean, I would love that to happen. Do I think it will? No, I don't think it will. As in terms of who do we get now, I don't think for an interim and maybe just to kick the players up the backside. I've heard more ridiculous suggestions than Big Dunk. I've heard more ridiculous suggestions, is what I'm saying.
So you
Again, do I think it'll happen? No, I don't.
would you
Would I
have
like it to happen? Well, maybe so.
So are you saying that Duncan would be okay till the end of the season? Then, Elton, is that what you're saying?
I think you'd have to bring him in and say, let's see how you do. Because if we pick up, I mean, you were going through the games before what we have, what's the next 10 games or something up until the end of December, was it? Something, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see us getting as many points as Fran does. And you know, Fran, you were saying what, 7 to 9? The only thing I'd say is in that run of which is tremendously difficult run of games we've got, you know, there will be a surprise in there somewhere.
There always
You know?
is. There always is.
Yeah, there is. There's always a surprise in that stretch of games. You're thinking we'll lose that, we'll lose that, we'll lose that, etc., etc. But in the middle of it, all of a sudden, boom, we get 3 points from a game you never expected us to get 3 points from.
There's nothing more Everton. There's nothing more Everton like that. You'll get twatted
Oh,
by
absolutely.
Liverpool at Goodison,
Oh,
and then go to Arsenal the next week and beat Arsenal. Get twatted by Chelsea and go to City and beat them and just hand Liverpool the title in December.
well, hang
Nice
on.
one.
I said I think there'll be one surprise. I didn't say I think there'll be two.
You never know, Elton.
Of course, no one knows. Crikey. But I mean, I don't think we'll win at West Ham. If we get a point, I would settle for that now, as someone else said recently. I would take that now. And then after that, you see, the teams that we must be beating in the league are Wolves, Southampton, Ipswich, which we have done.
Brentford.
The other, Brentford are going to be all right. Brentford are going to be all right, believe me. Palace will be all right. Forest, they're third at the moment. They will be fine. You know, all the teams that we've maybe at the start of the season, we target to say, well, if we get 3 points there, that's 3 points they're not getting because they'll be down near the bottom with us. But those 3 teams I've just mentioned, we've got to beat them, if you like, home and away. I'm not saying we're better than them. I'm not. But Southampton beat us. So we have got to beat Southampton at Goodison when that happens. We have to beat Wolves twice in the league, and we've got to beat Ipswich at Goodison as well. Now, they're the ones that you wouldn't say are bankers. With Everton Football Club, there is no such thing as a banker. You all know that. But they're the games that you think, crikey, if we don't win those games, we're in trouble, real trouble. And I don't go quite as far as Fran. I think it was Fran or Dave, whoever said we could be rock bottom, you know, at the start of the new year. Hey, I'm with you. There's a serious chance that might happen with that run of games we've got in December. There's a real chance of that, unless we pull our fingers out. You know, say at West Ham, can't see us getting anything at West Ham. I don't think they're as bad as their position suggests. I still think it's very worrying because I don't think I've seen an Everton team play with as much crap as I'm witnessing now. And bear in mind, I'm an old man. I was watching us in 1962. I don't think I've seen a team play with so little guile and sophistication. We don't have it. We don't have those things. We don't have guile. We don't have sophistication.
There's no fight.
It's
Elton,
sad.
that's the thing. You don't have anyone who goes out there who actually puts himself about and plays for the shirt. You know
That
what I mean?
answers the question. That answers the question earlier. That
Yeah,
about Big
yeah.
Dunk. Was Big Dunk overrated or whatever? Big Dunk was what Everton Football Club required at the time.
Mm,
For those of you who remember, Duncan McKenzie fits that bill. Alan
yeah,
Biley fits that bill. Of players we required players of that nature at that time.
yeah.
You know, basically they weren't as good as we thought they were. They weren't. And I hate to say it, I think Nadai could very well fall into the same category.
Mm. You mean you think Njai could well be that as well?
Well, if he's as effective as Duncan, who over a
Mm,
relatively short period of time was a godsend and lifted the crowd, that's important. If Nadai can do that, fine. But if you expect Nadai to be getting hat tricks and turning games on his own, then think again.
Well, I think the thing is now is it's all about protection for him, because I think Fran mentioned it right at the start of this space about he's a target now for most teams. Um, he's he's just out there because he's obviously our most creative player,
Yes,
and
he is.
now
He is.
I
Yes,
think
he is.
players are just going to go after
He
him,
is.
and bit like Saturday when he got that bit of a knock on his thigh, and
Yeah.
I think I said, I was we was obviously me and Fran were there, and we was watching him, and I think the fans sort of give him a bit of a boost, even though he was he was on the touchline and he had a load of DP put on him, like loads of DPs. He was there. The fans were giving them that boost because they were singing his song, and I think that's what carried him on for probably the
Well, that's
next 20 minutes till he got taken off. But
absolutely, and that's why he should never have come off against Bournemouth. As I say,
mm,
the game where I basically lost all faith with Sean Dyche,
yeah,
because the game against
yeah,
Bournemouth, they were had two, sometimes three people on him because they knew
yeah.
he could change it.
You see, we had an argument about this because Fran believes that he was blown out of his arse enjoying that game, and I disagree, because I thought Erabunam should have come off on the
It was
70th minute of
Tim
that game.
Irabunam who could hardly breathe. I would
Yeah,
have thought they might
yeah,
have an oxygen tent in the dressing room when he came off,
yeah,
just to let him breathe properly. I mean,
yeah.
Bournemouth was an absolute shambles. It was awful. I mean, it was more than awful. It was
I mean,
embarrassing.
you
Oh,
could even say you could even say the Aston Villa game was a fucking what's the name as well, for being 2-0 ahead, and then listen, they're a good side. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? They were a
oh
very
well,
very good side, and had
stop.
we took, had the other fella up front, DCL, took his chances again, it would have probably might have been a different game again. But to throw away a 2-0 lead the way we did in the similar
Yeah.
sort of fashion was a bit poor, wasn't it?
I mean, I know what
Very,
you're
very
saying. I
poor.
do know what you're saying. I understand your point of view perfectly. But I was watching the Villa game, and even at 2-0, I honestly thought to myself, this is no foregone conclusion here. I mean, I really did believe that at the time. I'm not just saying that. I really did believe that at the
Oh no,
time.
you knew that they were
You
going to
could
come
see
back
it.
in
You
because they
could
had too
see it.
much quality in the team to not score a goal. You know what I mean? They're a far better side than us, and they've got a lot of quality in there. So you did actually, what did I think that we were going to win that game?
Yeah.
Probably not, but I thought we would have. To throw a 2-0 lead away the way we did. Now, all right, their third goal's an absolute worldie, wasn't it? So I
Oh
don't
God, yeah.
suppose you could defend against that, although you could argue and say maybe we should have closed them down a little bit earlier, but we didn't. But
Well,
all the same,
that happens. You can't
yeah.
legislate for that kind of thing.
No,
I
of
mean,
course not.
you know.
But no, listen, It was me who said earlier. I don't think we're going to get anything out the next few games. If we
Yeah.
don't get any, I don't think we'll get any in the West Ham. I think I called it last week that we were going to get beat by Southampton because I didn't think it was going to be an easy game. I just don't. I just think we're going to be rooted at the bottom. I don't want to sound really negative, but I do because I just can't see a win coming
No,
from anywhere.
I hate to agree, not because it's you, but I hate to agree. I hate to accept the fact that Everton could well be rock bottom come beginning of January. We need a few fluke results because whoever we play against, if we win, it's a bit of a fluke. It probably means that the team we beat has played below par, that they haven't, played to their usual standards because we just don't. Well, I really, when I think of the stuff I'm watching now, it really depresses me. It really does. I think it's
Yeah,
a scandal that a club so great and steeped in history has sunk to this. To think we used to be called the School of Science. You know,
yeah, it's not
the
anymore,
way
is
we
it?
used to play.
Yeah,
The last
yeah, we'll
time
get.
the last time we played, the sort of football which you associate today with the likes of Man City, Arsenal. In this country, I could name others abroad, was 1985. We didn't play that much pretty football in 87 when we won the title. But in 85, we were a class apart. We were absolutely unbelievable. We really were. In fact, we were playing Barcelona type football, the sort of football that Pep Guardiola instigated into Barcelona.
Yeah,
Johan Cruyff before him. We were playing that sort of football before
yeah.
them,
That's the
and
problem.
no
Is it?
one
But
recognised it.
that's the problem with us is that we do seem to linger on the past a little bit as well, don't we?
Oh,
And
I'm the worst offender at that.
yeah,
But
yeah,
because I go back and remember our wonderful title-winning team of 1963, for crying out loud, the football we played then, it was wonderful.
yeah,
1970 with Kendall, Ball and Harvey,
yeah,
fantastic. 1985 with Reed, Bracewell in midfield, Stephen and Sheedy out wide.
yeah.
Sharp,
I know.
Gray, or Inchy up front. Oh, it was
I know.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Uh,
well, listen, we'll get Macher in here. So, all
yeah,
right,
yeah.
Macher.
Okay,
Right,
I just
boys.
wanted to make that point about
Yeah,
Beto.
no problem, Elton. You're welcome, mate.
That was the main
No
thing.
sweat. All right,
I think
mate.
he's
Okay.
got to start on Saturday for me.
Yeah,
All right,
without a
cheers,
doubt. Yeah,
cheers, guys.
take it in.
Cheers.
All right, cheers, Elton.
Right, boys, can you
All
hear
right,
me?
Macher. Yeah.
Yeah, just going back to that point on Beto and Calvert-Lewin before, I can't see how any of you are saying start Beto. He's absolutely shite and he's miles off it. And people will say, yeah, Calvert-Lewin's missed chances this season, but he's had good games. You look at Ipswich and Aston Villa, and he did okay at Leicester. He's miles ahead of Beto, and that's where I'm at with it. I don't know what you think on that.
I absolutely fully agree with what you're saying there, mate. Right, in regards to the Ipswich game, the Leicester
Yeah.
game, and the Aston Villa game, he was shite on Saturday.
His
Right,
hold-up play, and he should have had 3 at Villa, and everyone will admit that. But, mate, Beto can't strap a bag of cement. It's been said in the space thousands of times with the Corey. He's the same Beto. He's Bambi on ice. He's shite. He shouldn't be anywhere. He's not Premier League level. And people will say, oh, yeah, the Fulham goal and whatever. But Calvert-Lewin scores that header at Fulham. And you'll all say, oh, well, but Calvert-Lewin is miles ahead of Beto. And that's where I'm at with it. And I
Macher,
don't think
listen,
anyone
do you
can...
know the goal against Fulham that Beto scored?
Yeah.
Anyone would have scored that. No
Yeah.
one give credit. No one give credit to
No.
Ashley Young.
No.
Ashley
And
Young made that
and
goal
like you've
possible
said,
for him.
Fran, like you said, he's a scapegoat, and it's the same with a few of them. But my point is with Beto is people just see 10 minutes off the bench, but you see Calvert-Lewin's overall 80 minutes hold up play is far better than Beto, and he shouldn't be anywhere near that 11 Beto. He's shite, and people say, oh yeah, it was a great ball from Young, and yeah, Calvert-Lewin does score it, but when Calvert-Lewin's on, he doesn't get the support and the crossing and the balls in the Beto did with Fulham, And look at Calvert-Lewin under Ancelotti. I know he had better players around him, but when he was getting crossed into the box, he was getting more and more goals. Now he's getting nothing, no service to him. And I'm not saying he's a well beater. He can be shite at times, but he's 100 times better than Beto, and no one can tell me difference.
Maka, would you have Michael Keane up front ahead of Beto?
Lad, he's better finishing than Beto, I can tell you that. Beto. Someone said before, Beto knows where the post is. I burst out laughing and he left the space, lad. He's shite. He doesn't have a clue where the goals are. I wouldn't. I'm like you're saying, on the next 10 games, I think we'll beat West Ham on Saturday. I think Brentford will snot us. I think we'll get nothing at United. Who we got after that? Let's go on it here. 1 sec.
Wolves.
I think we'll beat Wolves at home. The shite will beat us. We'll get beat at Arsenal. I think we could get a point at Chelsea. City will beat us, and then I think we'll get beat at Forest and we'll get beat at Bournemouth. So I don't think any more than 6 or 7 points, and that's being realistic. And I'm confident for West Ham. But
Why are you confident? What gives you the confidence for West Ham?
Because Beto's going to start and get it at her.
Nah, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. I was confident for Villa, and then I wasn't confident for Leicester. But West Ham, I think West Ham are shite, but I think we are worse. But I'm confident because they're not a good outfit, West Ham. And then we can, on our day. Hang on.
Who's going to give you the goals, Maka?
Calvert-Lewin's going to bag a hat-trick, Dave.
Is he fucking
Do you know what I do think though, Dave? Right, and where Maka's coming from here, and that's why I think we'll get something at West Ham. We won't get beat. I think if we get the first goal, then fans are going to erupt like we do, and that's going to go against them. We need to score first.
Now Alvarez is banned as well, isn't he?
Yeah, we need to score first at West Ham. If we score first, then crowds will get on top of them players like Goodison do, and they'll start flapping it.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you're right.
Well,
because I don't fucking see it.
I think Mangala deserves a start though after Saturday.
Yeah, well, I couldn't believe that someone was posting that Decore. He should be back in the team on Saturday.
No, he should be nowhere near the 11
Not
Decore.
a fucking chance.
That was Jack.
He gets away with it because of that goal at Bournemouth, I'm telling you.
That was Jack. Jack changed his mind now.
Decore.
Jack hates him.
What's that?
Yeah.
Decore. You love him, don't you, Jack?
You changed your mind.
Well, listen, lads. I'm just going to be honest here, right? I've listened to you there for the last 15 minutes, 20 minutes, Elton, and you turned around and said you agree with me. You can't see us getting many points. Does that put us in the bottom 3 for Christmas, New Year, whatever? That run of games could. I will put it out there now and say I hope it doesn't happen, obviously. But if we're in the bottom 2 come the end of this year, we'll remain there.
Fran, our game's in December, and you'll all know it.
January's no better, you know.
No, I know.
Hard.
December and January are rotten, and you're looking at teams like Wolves. Wolves have got teams like Southampton, Bournemouth coming up. Wolves are playing us, West Ham, Ipswich, Leicester. Wolves will get out of there. I'm dead certain on that. I think Ipswich and Southampton are gone. I think that's their place. And like everyone was saying at the start of the season, everyone was saying, Forest, Bournemouth will be down there. Look at where Forest are now.
They're having a bit of luck, though, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, but, you know, I don't know. I think it'll be between us, Wolves, and I don't know. I think Brentford could be roped in if they lose that Embuemo, but I don't know.
Would you lads? Would you win though? Do you know what I mean? And some of the games when we have played, we've been as our lines in the matches.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, Jay, it's the full-time result. Like,
no, I get that, but like everyone would have took a point on Saturday. Beto's goal going in. Everyone would have took the point in the end.
But Jay, they were on 1 point before we played them. The bottom of the league, they've conceded how many goals? We should be going there and beating them.
Yeah,
we've got a better 11 and a better squad than them, and that's very rare now with our squad. and they haven't won a game before us, and then look who comes along, little old Everton. So
That's the same with West Ham, isn't it?
West Ham have got a much better squad than Southampton have.
That's what I'm saying. But the West Ham are on that terrible run under Lopetegui.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah.
No, if he loses Saturday,
Yeah,
he's gone,
yeah.
isn't he?
But I think so is Dyche, mate. But who's going to sack him? And can we afford to sack him? I seen something the other week or the other month saying it's going to cost us 8 to 9 mil to sack Dyche because there's something in his contract where you have to pay him off. Is he on? What's he on? 5 mil a year or something? Got to pay him off a year of his contract. Was it you said that, Fran?
No,
The other week.
no, I never.
No. Well, don't know. Yeah, I think
So what have we got? What are we going for results then for Saturday then?
I'm going
We'll go
2-1
around because
Everton.
we'll start to wrap it up soon.
2-1 Everton.
Yeah.
What about you, Jay?
What's the matter go for? 2-1 Everton. I'm going to go for 2-0 Calvert-Lewin and Michael Keane.
About you, Jack?
Say that again, Dave. Sorry, you broke up there.
What do you think your score is for Saturday?
I think it's the start of the run. I think it's going to be like away. When we got the points deduction, we all went to Burnley. That was it. Start of the run. We're going to win. Beat Brentford.
So go on then. What do you think Saturday then, score wise?
Someone's someone's in the way for the Harden, Dave. I reckon it's going to be 3-1.
What about you, Elton?
I've settled for a point. I don't think we'll get it.
What about you, Jack? Fran?
I think we'll get beat.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think we're getting beat again, 1-0. Just don't see where the goals are coming from. I
We'll
hope
get
I'm
beat.
wrong, like everything. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to go down there and think that we are going to fucking lose, but I just, after watching fucking Saturday's performance, I just don't see.
But Dave, we were the better team, weren't we?
Mate, there be 2 shit sides.
No,
Let's
I
have
get
it
that,
right.
but
2 shit fucking sides. And all this
I
fucking
get.
bollocks about there's fucking 3 worse fucking teams than us. We were fucking dog shit on Saturday. Sorry.
Jay, being the better side for 38 games a season isn't going to keep you up, is it? Results.
No, I get that, but when we're talking about, like, you know, if Beto's chance goes in, they don't go up the other end and score. It's 1-0
It's all if
Everton.
buts and maybes, Jay. This is the
No,
fucking problem. You always say this every fucking
I
week.
get.
Boils my
But Dave,
fucking
we've
piss if
got.
I'm
But
honest with
Dave,
you.
the thing is, mate, we've got to start having confidence going into matches. No, we might as well just fold Everton Football Club now. If we're going into games, going, you know what, we're getting beat. We're getting beat,
going on and saying we should have done this and we should have done that doesn't win you the fucking game, does it? We need to go out and win the fucking game, mate.
Yeah, but
And
Dave,
that's it.
but people are saying here, Dave, we're going to these games. Oh, we're not going to get none. Fuck it. You might as well just fucking say, yeah, give them the points.
Well, that's only my opinion, mate. Everyone else has said we're going to win. Fran's got his opinion and I've got my opinion. I just think we're going to get fucking beat, and that's that, because we're not good enough. Do you know what I mean? That's my opinion.
Yeah.
You've got your opinion. All this thing about if buts and maybes, if this goal goes in and that goal, it never went in. We never won the game. We got fucking beat.
Oh, you're not back doing that, are you, Jamie? If this happens, if that happens and all that.
No, all I'm saying is we're talking about matches here and we're going, do you know what? We're going to get fuck all here. We're going to get fuck all here. We're going to get fuck. Well, might as well just give them the 3
Oh, you
points then,
just
mightn't
turned
we?
around and said to me, yeah, but if that fucking goal had gone in on Saturday or this, that, and the
Yeah,
other,
I get.
he fucking never though, did they, Jay? Because we
No,
come away and got beat, got
but Dave,
fucking
I get
beat.
that. But Dave, I get that. But on this thing now, we're all talking about, like Jack was saying about how many games Jack will get points from, how many this. So what we're saying is we're going to go to Arsenal, City, and listen. Tell you what, here's the 3 points. Fuck it, we're going to get beat anyway. Might as well tell the fans that.
That's just my opinion. That's not the fucking players
No, I
going out
mean,
there doing it. All I'm
but
trying to fucking say is, I just don't see where there's a fucking win coming in any of
no,
the fucking games that we've got there. To be quite
I
honest with
get
you.
that, Dave. I'm not having a go at you. I'm getting at the mentality of what we're at now. Everton Football Club. we're going to team thinking, you know what, we're getting fucked here.
Jamie, we're happy
What's the
just
point
to
in
stay
going
up,
then?
lad.
That's what I'm saying, Jack. So we're looking at all the fixtures here, going, oh, we'll get beat there, we'll win that, we'll get beat there. Do you know what? I'll take 6 points out of the next whatever games we've got. We've got to go into every game thinking that we're going to try and get something.
You need to go down to Finch Farm then and fucking get them smoking what you've been smoking.
I
If
knew that was
everyone
coming,
listened to the
Dave.
famous Washy on Wembley Way after getting beat by United in the semis, we wouldn't be in this position now.
You could
No.
go down there and be one of them confidence talkers, Jay. Fucking sit there in the changing rooms and say, listen, lads, your mentality is fucking shite, but do you know what?
It is.
You might
Do you know what, though,
score. You
Dave?
might score on Saturday, and you might get a penalty on Saturday. You might not fucking score it, but you might.
Do you know what it is, though, Dave, with everything? What we're getting, Dave, is we're getting the mentality back at the club. You know, we should be going to teams thinking we're going to beat these. We're going to get that. Like Saturday, Southampton, I think everyone said we were going to beat them. Didn't we? We didn't think we were going to get beat. So every game we go into, we've got to try and change the mentality. And that's the whole club, Dave, not just
Yeah,
the
but that
fan base.
stems from the manager, doesn't it?
I get it. No, I get it. It's the whole club thing, the whole mentality. You know, little old Everton. Oh, do you know what?
Jamie,
Fucking hell, we're
there's
playing
only
Wolves
one.
away.
There's only one person
Going to
to
beat them.
blame for all this downfall, lad.
Who's that,
I
Jack?
don't need to say. I think Dave knows what I mean.
Fuck off, Jack, you silly cunt.
What?
Who's that, Michael Keane?
What do you want him to do? Do you want Dave to be walking on the ground again in the piss, wet rain in the winter, fucking 27 campaigning in the Esk? You silly cunt.
Be 29 now, won't it?
30, whatever. Who gives a fuck? You can't, you know what, Jack, right? No, you and Dave, you can't have a space without mentioning the man's name. You can't do it. Like DCL,
We
you
haven't
can't.
mentioned his name, though,
No,
have we?
but you're dying to, Dave. You're sitting there now, probably in your
I'm not. I'm
string
not.
vest with your glasses on the end of your nose, right? Dying to say it. Dying to say it. Hey, Jill,
No, you won't
they're on
sat there with a
about 10
string
right
fucking
now.
vest on. I've got a fucking Under Armour shirt on at the moment. You're the one with the string
Dave, you're
vest, you
very
cunt.
cool, aren't you?
Don't fucking point it at me.
Dave.
Anyway, listen, I'm gonna fucking wrap it up now because it's fucking late.
Dave, you fucking kill me, you know. You absolutely kill me off. You're a fucking corker. You absolute corker. Honest to God.
Any update on any new merch, by the way?
We've got we got the new bobble coming out and maybe a new hat as well.
Gone
After
into
speaking.
negotiations with Stationery Box as well for
And
our calendar.
we're doing a new line and fucking smoked salmon with a little bit of fucking cream cheese and also a few peppers and that knocked around. Goes down really well when it's up against the fucking window of a fucking coach coming back from Southampton. Fucking absolutely
Hey,
fucking bang on. Honestly.
Dave.
Smells lovely,
Is it,
honestly.
Dave,
5 hours on a
how's that?
fucking coach, you come off smelling like a fucking fishmongers.
Dave, how's the pizza? BMD Blues pizza coming out with the stuff on?
The witch.
No, what we saw in the discussions over the pizza.
Pizza.
Is it to do with the custard style pizza that they're going to
Oh,
bring out or something for us?
no.
Well, it wouldn't be the fucking mushy McP pizza, would it?
Fran's bringing out a range of
3-inch one.
fucking nice little. Fran's bringing out a nice little range of fucking Tupperware. You know, just to fucking put your fucking salmon in and everything, and then quite easily the lids come off them really, really easy when you're fucking throwing them at people's
Hey,
fucking kites on a
Dave,
coach.
stop giving people out the idea that could be a BMD Blues like butty box,
Hey,
couldn't it? You
Dave,
could look at them.
you've done
Oh,
well there, you know. You've done well there. You've kept it in for fucking 3 hours, right? And he's gone the plod now, and you've just give a statement on air, right? You just give us a full statement on air without being interviewed, you big
I haven't
daft
given
cunt.
fuck all on here. All the
You
fucking
have,
said
mate.
is
You
that
just
there was a
fucking
little bit
blew
of
it
fucking
right up
smoked
sky
salmon
high.
getting last around.
Did it
That's
smell
all.
like St.
Yeah.
Say
John's
anything.
Market, Dave?
Fucking hell, yeah, it was worse, mate, honest. Fucking
Smelt like
hanging.
that fucking brass he went with in Thailand.
It was fucking minging, honestly. It
No, the
was.
best
Good
part
though.
about it though, Jack, there was a big clump on his knee for about 3 hours, and he was just
Funny.
sitting there with his arms folded, talking to us about fucking whiskey and fucking gin and everything, right? And he was a big chubber.
It wasn't a big chub, a fucking
There was a
tiny little
big
bit of
chunk on your
fucking
knee.
pepper, you dickhead. That's all it was.
He tasted it as
Fucking
well,
big.
you know,
He's
Jack.
trying to fucking sensationalise everything. Fucking telling you, mate. I'll
Sensationalised.
tell you off. I'll tell you off here the fucking real fucking story of it because it was fucking hilarious.
Well, go on, tell them now.
No, I'm not gonna tell them now. We
Tell
had a
them
little
now.
bit of. No, we had a little pact, so I'm not saying fuck all.
Fucking Alan Turner, fucking set
Fuck off. See
Armstrong.
what I mean? See, look, fucking, and you always gotta fucking do it, haven't you? You fucking bellend.
Hey, do you know what, Jamie? We were driving down there, right? And I said something like, I said, you know, Dave there, he won't wear his hat or something because he's got the new, he's been to Tage. So I said, "Well, have you been to Tage?" Have I, fuck? Have I? And he said to Graham, "I think I look well for 59. Fucking hell, mate, honest to God. He's a fucking cracker.
What you are, Dave, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
He had doorstep bread, right? And I mean, you should have seen how thick he
Ain't no
cut it.
fuck. He's a fuck. Do you know what, Fran? You are an absolute fucking quilt, you. The fucking shit you come out with and making out like as if I'm fucking doing this and doing that. You're an absolute fucking lying fucking bastard, honestly. The fucking bollocks you come out with. I can smell the fucking shit from here coming out your fucking mouth. Fuck's sake.
Dave, you lad, Jack, I'm telling you now, do you remember the Al Sayers bread?
Yeah, you
Jill must have cut it like 6 inches.
Yeah, of course you did. Yeah, yeah.
He had
You
about
fucking
three,
stupid
three
cunt.
tub, three tub of stalk on it, right? And the best stand from Asda.
do you take on butties, Dave? Yeah.
Take no fucking notice of him, Jack. He's fucking talking out of his ass again, and he like he
Jack,
always fucking does.
Jackie, all right. He said, how are you getting to West Ham going on the brick? I said, why are you coming? And he turned round and he went,
Oh,
do
we're
you,
finishing the
do,
space now because I can't be
do, you,
asked
do
listening
you
to this.
mind
You
if I
do me
go,
fucking
Jill?
head in.
And she went, we'll have to go shopping on Friday, Dave. And he went, all right, girl, no worry. You had to ask Jill to go.
Now I know he's fucking lying.
Oh, Dave, you crease me, you know, lad. Honest to God, you're great.
You're just fucking full of shit, Fran. That's why.
I thought you'd be a sourdough man, me, Dave. I'm a bit of that.
Just not eating bread, am I? So
To be honest, Dave, you do look well for your age, mate. I'll give you that.
yeah, whatever.
Oh,
You
fuck off,
fucking
Jamie, you
start.
ass-licking prick.
Yeah, fucking gobshite. Fuck off back to fucking Disneyland, you cunt.
Look at Dinya. Should start
You're the
calling him
fucking
Dave.
one.
Look at Dinya.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He fucked up to
Well,
Disneyland.
listen, we're gonna finish the space there.
Any songs, Dave?
No, no song this week
Why?
because I haven't got one.
The
That's
only
why.
way
I've
is
got
up,
one
Dave.
lined up.
Yeah, I've got
The
all
only way
faith
is fucking down
on me.
because that's where we're going. Fucking telling you. We won't be. We'll be the biggest fucking. It'll be the biggest fucking stadium in the fucking championship next season. Fucking guarantee it.
Oh, Dave, lad, you've gone.
We're fucking
You've
shite.
gone, lad. I've never heard so much negativity from you.
It's fucking crap, mate. It's fucking crap.
Dave, you're having a bit of a bad time in your life, though, aren't you?
And I'm not going.
You're following
Well,
Everton in the footy and St. Helens in the rugby. They're both fucking crap.
I think what I'll be doing. I don't think I'll be doing any more away games because I
What?
think every fucking time I go, we get fucking beat. So it's probably just best I fucking stay at home. So there we are. So that, now you know. Don't mind me for coming to the match or anything because I'm not doing them anymore. That's it.
What are you being like that for, you big quilt?
Because I'm not. I'm just not going. I'll just do the home games. I can't be asked.
Ah.
Don't want to come home stinking of fucking fish every fucking time either. That's
I
what it
reckon,
is.
I reckon Jill's think you thought you went somewhere else, Dave, and never not been in the match.
Fuck off.
It didn't smell that bad.
Fucking did.
Is it?
Fucking honked.
Is it
Fucking
fuck?
Oh, why
honked.
don't you just
Fucking
tell
did.
everyone the story?
No, I'm not telling.
You've licked worse than that, Dave.
I'm not telling the story. That's for another time. off air.
Do you
Was
want me to
funny,
tell you
man.
the story what happened, Jack?
No, Fran, leave it. Just leave it. Just
Okay.
leave it. Tell him a story another time.
Well, you mentioned it, you big fucking daft swat.
I
Not
didn't
me.
fucking mention the full story, did I? All I said was about a load of fucking salmon
Listen,
in
you're
here. That's
getting
all.
loads of listeners in here. It could be a good time to quote your merch as he's selling it.
But the next new merch will be the new bobble hat.
Pink one, if no.
Yeah.
Then
What?
One for the girls, no?
but
Yeah,
they can all wear
yeah.
it. This one, everyone can wear it.
Yeah.
It's fucking absolutely fucking mint.
I think it's brilliant, me. Like,
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Have you seen that thing Callum keeps putting in pictures of the in-betweeners, the Pussy Patrol or something?
what?
Then get them at BMD Patrol.
Callum's on a thin line, mate. He's on like
Yeah,
Fucking
he
goal,
fucking
as
is,
isn't
yeah.
he?
as
The fucking
Blitzoff
little
once
quilt.
said, you're on thin.
He was on our bus on Saturday, you know, Dave.
Was he?
Didn't he say nothing
Yeah.
to you, Dave? Didn't he get in your fizzer?
No, fuck, he probably didn't know I was on. The fucking soft
And now,
cunt doesn't even know who we look like.
now he's giving you loads on Twitter.
I know. Silly bastard.
What are you
He
doing
was
the
probably one
weekend,
of the
Dave?
ones. I'm not going to West Ham.
Why?
Because I'm not, told you.
What are you doing then?
I've got stuff on, haven't I? Do you remember on Sunday as well? So I'm doing that.
Are you doing the march?
Yeah.
Hope no one gets in your fizzers down there.
Well, we'll see, won't we?
Where are you going marching?
I'll be what today, morning? Cross,
Goodson Road.
well, be down St George's Plateau and that. In
Goodison
front
Road,
of,
Gladys Street, Bullens Road, 27
in front
cafes.
of St George's Hall. No, that's where it'll be.
Do you wear a berry, Dave?
Where it all, yeah.
You don't.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, what do you think it would be?
Fucking one of them little fucking one of them berries from 1995 when fucking Amakati scored at Leeds.
Well, what else do you think it would wear from?
Why don't you just go for the march? Why are you getting dressed up?
Because I do.
I think it's idea, Dave. I just worry.
That's what everyone else does. So why the fuck would I go along there not looking like everyone else?
I think I'm worried about your suit, though, Dave. It's going to be too big on you, isn't it?
No, I've had a new one, so
Have you?
Georgie Amani, he was telling the lads on the coach, Jack.
No.
You have to
It's a new
send a
blazer.
couple of pictures in, Dave. Put it on Twitter.
Yeah, like fuck I am. I'm fucking doing anything. That fucking big mouth cunt there'll be fucking laughing his fucking bollocks off it, wouldn't he?
Oh, fucking hell, I'm going to go to town on Sunday, you know, and get a picture
Yeah,
with you,
fucking
Dave.
sound you do it. You won't fucking see me.
I'll find you. It's probably only about 30 years that do it.
Of course it is, yeah.
How
Good few
many
hundred.
does it, Dave,
It's
really?
about 1,000.
Yeah, I'll see you. They can't all be fucking little short-ass cunts like you.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, we'll call it there. So that's the end of the space for tonight, and then we'll be back next week.
Davey.
See you later,
Good
everyone.
lad.
Well,